Mhm. Hello, sentient rubber ducky. How you doing? Good to see you. It is. Hello, fair voyager as well. Welcome, welcome. It is 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. My computer just randomly went black for a second. Back. It's 11 p.m. on a Tuesday, and we're out here doing deltarune. I would have liked to do this tier list stream earlier, but I've just been really busy. So better late than never. We got some good songs to rank. Not sure if we're gonna be able to get through all the songs today. We'll see. But yeah. Hello, Debrogo. How you doing? Did the stream like die or something? Hopefully not. Okay, no, it's. How's everyone doing? Hello, Rust. Hello. Past 12 for me. Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe I really wanted to stream today, so I was like, maybe I'll just stream right after I come home from work. Was not happening. I got home, I was tired. I laid around in bed for an hour, and then I played piano for like an hour. Then I had like a late dinner, and I was like, okay, finally. And then I did my daily drawing, and I was like, finally, surely I can start streaming now. Oh no, that was you. That was your phone preemptively being like, oh no, uh, Andy's about to drop some hot takes in this deal. That's probably not. I think there are some. So yeah, I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself here with talking about um talking about the tier list that's to come, but I think there's a couple songs and placements that people might disagree with and be surprised by, but I don't know. I like the music a lot in this chapter. I predict a very high average rating, so yes, I'm excited. Flower Man is C tier. It's the worst song ever made. um, That's my YouTube is. I have not streamed. Not even just I have not streamed from my computer in over a month. I haven't streamed at all in over a month. Um, I've just been so busy, man. I want to stream piano as well. I gotta find the time. And as I announced in my previous cover, I am moving end of September. So again, I gotta find time to do stuff amidst planning for that and everything. Um, yeah, I hope to be able to stream piano soon, just so I can play all the songs that I've learned live. That'll be a lot of fun. But yes, hope everyone's doing well. Um, Hope everyone enjoyed Chapter 5. It's already been a month since the chapter came out, I think, which I don't want to think about. It disturbs and perturbs me. But yeah, I made a few covers, a bunch more coming up. I still need to replay the chapters on stream. That's gonna be insane. I'm working through my checklist, my post-chapter checklist. So yeah, no more pink and yellow city windows. Yeah, at least for the time. At least once I move from like no city background for like a year or two. Hopefully, wherever I move back to in the US, I'll have a nice view as well. My friends Zophis did say like, "Oh, that view is the best thing that's happened to your channel in several years," and I'm like, it is really nice. The city skyline in the background of the covers does so much for the atmosphere, but it's not necessary. You know, the main draw is still me playing, so if I lose that, that's not a big deal. Moving next week, ooh, nice. I'm excited for you. Are you all packed and everything? Are you? I'm assuming you're bringing your keyboard. Let me catch up on chat real quick. I do find Flower Man overrated. I can see why you would, but no, it's really good. Spoilers, I'm gonna put it really high on the tier list. Time's moving too fast. We're already like past midway through July. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Hello, Drama, Jerona. Thoughts on the random post-release friend lore drop? So literally, what was I gonna say? Literally, that lore drop happened on like a random Thursday, and I was like really annoyed at work. I was working from home that day, and I was just dealing with a bunch of annoying bullshit that day. And the thing that got me for the day was just looking at all the friend memes. Like, all the memes about, like, Chris being devoured by friend, Spamton, like, running for his life from, like, 50,000 friendlings, like, Aram commanding a swarm of, like, evil cats. It was so funny, and the memes just kept coming, and, like, literally I was laughing so hard while doing remote work, and that, like, got me through a shitty day. So that's my thoughts on the lore drop. It's really good. I don't know. I really don't know why Toby only added it after the chapter release. That feels weird to me. I don't think he's ever done that. Maybe he was like, shit, friend needs more relevance, more aura. But yeah, it's very interesting. My boyfriend Andrew was pretty convinced that friend wouldn't actually be like a character and would more just be like a symbol that appears. I mean, he's technically correct. Friend isn't a character; it's a species. But he was like, "Damn, okay, so friend will actually have lore relevance." I don't know. Chapter 6 and Chapter 7 are gonna be insane. Might be heading to bed soon because it's been really rough. All right. Appreciate you showing up regardless to drama. I will try to, or Jadarama, my bad. I will try to start the tier list relatively soon. I'm trying to think. I usually like doing these like pre-stream little chats, but I'm trying to see what else to talk about. I don't want to stay up too late. I don't need to wake up super early tomorrow, but having a job means I can't stay live until like 4 a.m. anymore on weekdays. So we'll get as far as we can with the tier list. I'm learning My Castle Town and Piano right now. Nice. I mean, that's one of my favorites. Ooh, it's so good. It's so good. It'll be interesting to compare this chapter tier list with the other like OST tier lists for the other chapters, but we'll get there. Yo with 3 O's becomes oh no. Oh no. Hello, Salsa. I can't tell what your profile picture is, but it looks cool, I think. Welcome. Phantom Doom 2 mod? What? Yeah, I'm seeing this, like, translate, like, symbol. Can I, like, turn that off? YouTube Live turn off Google Translate. Disable, okay, disable, you can adjust your chat settings and disable your browser's auto-translate feature. Or can I do it, like, can I do it outside of YouTube Studio? I don't know. Oh, it's still, okay, it's Celeste, nice. I mean, Celeste is one of my favorite games, it's so good. The color palette, and forgive me for this, if anyone even knows what I'm talking about, the color palette made me think of, what the frick is her name? I think her name is Vivian from the game Atlas, which I've never played, but I'm aware of the characters. That's what the color palette made me think of. But no, I see now it is Celeste, like Celeste. It is Madeline having like done a dash with like the whited out hair and like the recharge thingy. Celeste is goated. Fantastic game. Shockingly, I've never done a piano cover from Celeste, even though I like it so much. I kind of wanted to cover. I kind of wanted to cover Mirror Magic, but I never got around to it. I went because this is my old Field of Hopes and Dreams cover, which I don't really like. I don't like as much as the cover, the updated cover I did a few years ago, and then I think Garden of Hopes and Dreams was a lot better as well. We're skipping this one. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say. I guess I can show off, before streaming, I did like a quick, I'm still doing the daily drawings. I went on vacation to Seattle recently, and that's where I uploaded that's where I got the footage of like that short that I uploaded of like me on a mountain listening to Sunset of Seven Suns. That was a really fun vacation. I would show pictures, but there might be like a privacy issue. My friends might be in some of the photos, but really good vacation. I decided not to do my daily drawings while I was on vacation, so I had to catch up. So spent the last few days like doing that. I'll briefly tab through some of the drawings I've been doing. A lot of deltarune, a lot of Pokemon. I think it's fun to just like go through the drawings. I've been doing that the past few streams. I heard about this like once, and some Celeste songs would make for awesome piano covers. Yeah, if I was crazy, I would cover Farewell if there is sheet music for that. Golden Ridge would be the Golden Ridge B side would be like a sick piano cover also. All right, good night, Jetorama. I like the profile picture, by the way. A lot of Pokemon, a lot of Deltarune, Netsuki. I did like a tier, you know. Okay, that is something I can like pull up for this like pre-stream while I'm just waiting people to trickle in and everything. Lord, and I drew this before we actually knew what these guys' names were. Yeah. I made a tier list. Let me find the tier list and then I posted it in like my Discord server. I made a tier list of all Darkners. Just my personal opinions on them. That might be fun to talk about. Just briefly. Let me see where it is. Download this. This has some hot takes. I think some people, again, I think my OST tier list really isn't that daring. Some people might disagree with some of these placements. This would have been fun to fill out on stream, but I didn't really feel like it. I was bored at work and I wanted to do something, so I just did this. So here's my tier list. Farewell is one of my favorite songs maybe ever. Yeah, it's so good. I'm specifically talking about the song called Farewell that plays on like the final screen. That song is crazy. Yeah, chords. Golden Ridge B-side is so beautiful. Holy shit. In Love with a Ghost went hard. So yeah, here's my Darkner tier list. Goated tier is Queen, Gerson, Jigsaw. I fucking love Jigsaw Joe. Best Castletown resident. Sham, Starwalker, Spamton, Tenna, Batat, Aram. I love Aram. Bibliox, my favorite like regular enemy Darkner. They're very cute and they're very funny. And Green, favorite of the flowers. You know, how could I pick anyone else? I'm not gonna read out every single one. Really great. Over here, I think Pink is on there twice because it's showing Pink the body and Pink the ghost. I think they're both great. I put them, you know, basically the same placement. Tiers are not ordered, except for Queen and Gerson at the top. Queen is still my favorite character in the game. I do find it funny that I put Aram above the Knight. Honestly, I've just been talking a lot about Deltarune theories and stuff with my friends. I'm all in on the theory that like how long did it take for her to smile? ARG was like hosted by Aram, and Aram was the one giving all the answers. You know, Aram would be the one who said Dealed and Sigelter, and you know was like sassing all the people with their answers. If that's true, then that means that Aram is incredibly entertaining and incredibly like a huge asshole, and I really want to see more of them. And that makes me enjoy them more than the Knight, who kind of just aura farms. Hello, John Smithos. Good to see you. Lack of crit. So yeah, all the masters were on the tier list. I only rated one of them. I think this is TP Master, but they're all in really great too. None of them are as good as Jigsaw Joe, my goat, but they're all really good. The developer, yes, the one who develops, and then like the other Jigsaw guy goes, he developed, and hits him with like the he will never serial meme. Those guys would be in funny tier. It was a funny joke. I don't know. Rousey wasn't on this tier. I mean, he would be goated. He would be like number 2 under Queen, maybe. I don't know. I just love Queen too much. I guess they didn't include Rousey because they felt like it was unfair or something. I don't know. I'm Goot. Hello, Goot. Aram being a pro rage baiter. Yeah, I love them so much. Just like the sassy, like, oh, you think, literally, like, I think if you put like Where Did She Smile at the festival, they're like, you really think that's how it's gonna go? Are you really that? Is your face really that close to the ground? And I'm like, I love you. You are so funny. You are like roasting the shit out of Weird Rod players. I'm all here for it. No, I'm kidding. He developed Soul Blazers, Malleus's. Yeah, I guess they did canonize. I have played a bit of Soul Blazers. That's a very good game. I got to chapter 6, I think. That would be a fun game to stream, maybe eventually. But yeah, I think he does, like, Malleus does have a brother in that game. That game is made by Brix, who is like an acquaintance of mine on the deltarune YouTuber sphere. Very cool. But yeah, Farrell himself, I mean, he's okay. Fomped is more important than Rousey. True. My friend who knows nothing about deltarune was like, I like the floppy disk guy. Why is he in A tier? And I'm like, I don't know. He spins around and makes one joke that he teaches you to save, but he doesn't know how to save. Thing. Floridon is so funny. I found it's very amusing. Like, before the chapter came out, we were like, oh, these like precious little like cinnamon rolls, they're so cute and adorable. They're weirdos, they're freaks, they're little freaks, and I can't stand them, but they're awesome. That one Floridon who goes like, oh, that bush doesn't look like me anymore. No more empathy for me. Oh, I love them. I love them. I'm fully on board with Pirates being the night because it would be funny. The way I described it, there's a lot to just discuss since I haven't streamed since the new chapters came out. There's just a lot to talk about. I told my friends my reaction if Papyrus is revealed to be the knight is I would laugh, maybe the hardest I've ever laughed in my life, and it would all be on recording in my playthrough. I would laugh for probably like 5 minutes, and then I would say, this game is fucking cooked. It's over. I'd be like, there's no salvaging this. This is the funniest thing possible, but I think this game is through. I don't think there's any possibility that this could be good. At the very least, thematically satisfying. So yeah. Would it be funny? Absolutely. I mean, do I want that? No. I mean, I'll be boring and say no. You know, it would be a really good game to stream. I know. We'll see how long it takes for me to do the tier list. I know, I'm so bad with like getting to my backlog of games, even especially like stream games. It's impossible. Kill Trashy. Yeah, Brix showed up to a few of these streams. He's a cool guy. Yeah, I like Mantis's design a lot. John Smith called them potential Darkner. 0 relevance, 0 battles, 7,000 people wishing that they actually were in the chapter, and I'm like, you know what? That's fair. Archer, though, I think Archer's just fine. The Mantis is more designed for bug furries, so I like them more than Archer. This is my big fucking tail. Yeah, Netskis were in really great tier. Loved them to death. I'm licking it! Shut up, Floridon. Shut up, nobody asked you. There was like a video by some like commentary channel who just like random videos on some of which are Delta related, just called "I'm sick of these freaks," and it was the thumbnail was a picture of Florida, and I'm like, yeah, I agree, but they're awesome. Where's Lancer? I guess the tier list. This was originally a Smasher Pass tier list because it was the only Dark Nerd tier list that was like had chapter 5 enemies. I guess they didn't include Rousey and Lancer. I mean, I guess that's why they didn't include Lancer, but I just repurposed it to be like an opinion tier list. Lancer would be in Goated tier, obviously. Aqua and Seth are the only flowers missing, probably because they're also more childlike. They would be in really great tier. I love all of them. The Mantis. I have a friend who's a Carol Knight. Every time they bring it up, I send them one stupid Carol Tunnel, Mayor Tunnel gif. Trashy's canonical death, chapter 6 theory? Wait, which guy is with a Y? Talk about Starwalker birds got nuked. Yeah, I mean, it's alright. You can't beat the original. I still put Tropical Starwalker in decent tier because they have like trans pride colors, but can't beat the original. Insane take from my boyfriend Andrew, who I think is asleep right now. He doesn't like the original Starwalker. I didn't think it was possible not to like the original Starwalker, but he doesn't. And his reasoning was he stops you from getting like the Rousey and like if you have a Starwalker in your save file and you like complete the chapter 5 like climbing minigame super fast, you still get the scene where Rousey comes out in a dress, but if you have Starwalker, then the scene is like, oh, your prize wasn't actually Rousey, it was a Starwalker. If you don't have Starwalker, Rousey gives like a little speech like, oh, I've always been a prince, but I guess I could be a princess too. And Andrew's like, I'm very mad that scene is missed if you have Starwalker. And I'm like, okay, that's one blemish on Starwalker's name. And 5 chapters of amazing appearances. Unbelievable. I could not disagree more. I'm sick of these freaks. You gotta... No. Yeah, I'm about to move to South America to live with him. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't like your Starwalker take. I don't like the way you say Gabagool. We should break up. I'm not reading that essay. Where would you put Aqua? Really great tier. I think my rank... Oh, I guess Orange isn't on here either. I think I would honestly put Orange in decent. My ranking of the flowers... Maybe I should save this for the tier list, which I have not gotten to yet. My ranking of the flowers, I think, is... I put green number 1, just because I love them. As actual characters... in terms of, like, well, I'm not gonna say that. In terms of complexity and how interesting they are, like, from a character level, Blue is up there. I fucking love Blue. Some motherfucker straight up said, like, oh, Blue is one of the weaker flowers, and it seems like that's even, like, a general sentiment, like, oh, Blue isn't as interesting. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking? Blue is awesome. Blue is goated. Like, it is he who drops the line of, like, even if it ends, love will always continue, which is, like, the point, the thesis of the chapter. He is the one who understands the message of the chapter, and probably of Deltarune as a whole, the best out of any of the flowers, out of most characters in Deltarune. You have the nerve to tell me that he's, like, not as interesting. Come on, man. And his relationship with Yellow is, like, so good. Like, SMH, dude. But yeah, I think I mean, I'm not including Flower because I feel like it's not fair. I'd say Blue is the most interesting. I like Green the most. Yellow is the funniest. I think Seth is probably the most well-rounded as a character, and Aqua is the cutest and like the most endearing. Orange is decent. Orange is the hardest to fight. She's really hard in the flowery fight. So yeah, that's my rankings where I didn't actually rank them. I don't know what happened to those guys. It's scary. Master, I can feel the power overflowing. What is this? I don't know. That's scary. You're really pissing me off. Orange, I only like when they're voiced with a heavy Boston. Yeah, I think I was saying to Andrew, I think one of the things that made me weaker on Orange, and oh yeah, I'm not. If we're counting Pink as a flower, best fight by a lot. I mean, and best music, but yeah. But I was saying to Andrew, I think one of the reasons why I'm not as strong on Orange is because, like, I kind of already had in my head that, like, oh, they're a little sock puppet monster that has like a Boston accent. That when it was revealed that she was actually a mouse, I was like, I had to retool my brain and be like, wait, I need to reevaluate who this character is, and I feel like that happened too late into the character's introduction for me to really latch on to like Mouse Girl, and I was confused. And I mean, I don't know, she's really mean to Rousey. I know she's like a child, but still, like, come on, man. I'm goated. Welcome, Starwalker. What's your opinion on Ficus Liquor Night Theory? It's true. Green is best flower. You're right. You're so right. I summoned the original Starwalker. Oh no! They're all here. What about the final Starwalker? No one ever talks about the final Starwalker, though. I actually don't know. Is the final Starwalker a separate Starwalker than original, or is it just original Starwalker but with spikes? I was kind of operating the assumption that it was a third Starwalker, but I don't think it actually is. Never mind. Mike is totally a Starwalker. But yeah, so what else was I gonna say? Yeah, those are my ranking of the flowers. Obviously, Flowery. If you want to include Flowery, then of course he's the most well-rounded character of the flowers, but I feel like that's not very fair. I tried to do a Lightner tier list, but half of the characters I was just like, I don't have any opinion about you whatsoever. I'm like, okay, hot dog lady. Well, no, hot dog lady says like fun value. Like, like, I don't know, guy in car. I don't know, I don't care. Uh, who else? Politics bear. I mean, he's okay. I tried filling one out at work. I was just like, I don't really care. It's just okay. I'm a fraud. Final Frog. I think it's specifically a reference to Earthbound. The final Starman is like spiky, but yeah. I see. Okay, I'm a fool. Goodbye, Rory. Milk Liquor is. I think I would have put Milk Liquor in I don't like you tier. I'm sorry, I don't like him. I put Zen Liquor in A tier. I think he's mean. Ram got turned into a 5-course protein shake. Runs over Netflix Z tier. Yeah, he sucks. Tall Diamond Boy? No, I don't care. I don't care. I'm trying to think of any other like interesting takes on this this tier list before I move on to the other actual tier list we're supposed to be doing. My friend who knows nothing about deltarune was like, "Who is this guy? This is just Joe from accounting," and I'm like, "No, he's goated actually." I find it funny how, despite the amount of times I've said the phrase "Flowery is goated," I didn't actually put him in goated tier. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard sharing a tier with Queen and Gerson. Why did you put Tao in it tier? I don't know. I mean, they're like a funky little guy, but I never actually saw them in my playthrough. Maybe if I did, I would have put them higher. But it's like, yeah, you're a guy. Tao is at least okay. I suppose they have a fun design. They have a quirky little design. Yeah, I put Miss Mizzle below regular Mizzle. I don't know, the regular Mizzles are cute. Miss Mizzle talks too much. I do like Mizzle's design more than Miss Mizzle also. I still put Sweet Cap and Cakes in decent tier. I still like them as characters, even if John Smith is the greatest Sweet Cap and Cakes hater to ever exist, and he's made me realize how egregious their crimes against the soundtrack are with how many songs they have in Chapter 2's OST, but as characters, I still like them, okay? And that's it. Oh yeah, Jongler and Pluie aren't high. Pluie would be in really great tier. Jongler would probably be in decent tier. There's like a fan-made series called Freedom School. You can just look it up on YouTube. That gives Jongler like a really big role, and it's really charming. It's really cool. I like that Jongler has they them pronouns, but yeah, I mean you can't beat Pluie, you can't beat Patat. Mr. Society is here, but Mr. Horse. I think Mr. Is this Mr. Horse? Mr. Horse is like okay. What is your Twitch? I don't stream on Twitch. When did you start playing piano? Back when I was 6 years old, so it's been 19 fucking years. Crazy. All right, see ya, Tropical Starwalker. Appreciate you showing up. I need to like do this tier list before. I've probably been streaming for like 30 minutes already. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's probably other stuff to discuss, but I'll probably just have time to talk about it during the OST tier list. Last things about this one, Hops Chef and funny, Wind Struggler and funny. My friend Cookie like was extremely invested in getting Wind Struggler to Castletown, which I found very amusing. No, yeah, and then Friend isn't funny. I really could not think of anywhere to put Friend, so I was like, you know, I was like, they're not enough of a character for me to put that really have an opinion on them in terms of like how goated they are or how great they are. But they are extremely hilarious. Like all the memes about protein and eggs and stuff. Um, People were describing the eggs as the Satan GPS that tells Satan where you are. um, it's amusing to me. So that's where I put Friend. Um, that gay tropical Starwalker guy was weird. No idea who they were. Okay, yeah, 30 minutes. There's probably other stuff to talk about, but We gotta get started, man. Um, yeah, I like literally. I think a couple days after I wrote. So yes, I will probably also be reading out some of my some of my comments on Chapter 5's OST that I wrote already. I finished the comment quest like a week or so ago. I had enough to say where I decided to leave comments on the Forgotten Man's theme and the the slowed down version of Cutie Mimi Magic that plays during like Pink's like freak out at the end. Um Literally like a couple days after I left this really heartfelt comment about how much I love the Forgotten Man, we get this lore and it's like, wait, was Forgotten Man just like, you know, trying to take some heat off of himself by giving us the eggs and trying to avoid the friends? And like, dude, what an asshole. I don't think that's actually what's happening, but it is really funny, like how much that redefined the context. Realistically, I would like to imagine the eggs are gonna serve as like a distraction for friend, and it is like a good thing that the Forgotten Man gave it to us, but yeah. If was fake, at least to the Guardian of Dreams part. Yeah. So the hello Wonder Wool, good to see you. Akoji, yeah. I have Akoji. I still just Google things usually, but good to have it. Adeline, what was that? Can't wait for the X to have actual plot relevance. Where does the ad? I'm not sure what that means. Is that like an ad, like an add-on I have or something? Um, can't wait for the eggs to actually have plot relevance. Yeah, the eggs are evidence. You'll know what it's for when it happens. It's very foreboding, very worrying. Um, but yeah, what was I gonna say? Um, yeah, something interesting is like I need to like start breaking songs, but like um one of my criticisms that I had of while playing Chapter 5, or at least something I was like I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, was like, as much as I love Field Hopes and Dreams, I was like, I don't know how I feel about the first area being like basically a rehash of Chapter 1. But I think my friends were saying like narratively that happened because Chris is probably Chris is seeing Susie getting closer with Noelle and feels like upset about it and feels like they're losing their friends. So they dark worlds reflect the will of their user. So Chris, probably consciously or not, was channeling the nostalgia of their first adventure, which almost is like a subconscious like, hey Susie, remember all these good times we had? Don't you want to keep this dark world thing between us? um and thematically it's like, Asgore is stuck in the past. You know it made sense. I was like, I can see that. I definitely understand like the relevance of doing so. um but yeah, I had like other small issues or criticisms with Chapter 5 that I'll probably get to as I'm going through these songs. But I mean, overall, wonderful chapter. Loved it. Most fun chapter I've ever had. Okay, gotcha, salsa. um Hello, Flowey the Flower. Hilariously enough, I can't. I when I talk about Flowey the character, I end up saying Flowery instead. Like, I'm so used to saying Flowery at this point. Yeah, the brokers are really funny. Hello, Arod. You're just in time. I think we're gonna start. Let's go. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get through all this today, but I'm excited. First stream since the new chapters came out. Since the new chapter came out. Let's do it. Could not load playlist. I don't believe you. Let's see. This doesn't work because there's menus. YouTube randomizer. This is the site I was just using. I don't like this this site as much for like randomizing playlists, but I'll give it a shot. Okay, we're starting off pretty strong, I think. Actually, with Pedal Dance. My comment on this one was just asking everyone what everyone's favorite flower was. Okay, kind of rough that we're starting on this one because this is probably one of my hot takes. I mean, it's an amazing. It's not. It's an amazing tier. So some people, this is like their like one of their favorite songs in the chapter. It's really good. My hot take is I think I heard it too many times in this chapter. Like every time you fight one of the flowers in like a traditional normal fight that isn't like a petal feather fight, you hear this song. You hear it every single time you fight Aqua. Every single time you fight Aqua and Seth. When you fight Blue and Yellow. When you fight Orange and Green. I was a little tired of the song by the end of the chapter. So I'm only putting it in amazing tier, I'm not putting it in top tier, but it's really good. Comparison being the Thief of Joy, there was a YouTube poll being like, oh, both of your favorite song out of these four, and Garden Hopes and Dreams and Pedal Dance were on the poll, and Garden Hopes and Dreams had like 5% of the vote, and Pedal Dance had like 17%, and I was like, no, I can't accept that. I think a lot of people's like, I'm jumping ahead to Garden Hopes and Dreams, but I've seen a lot of people being like, oh, it's just a remix of Feel Hopes and Dreams, I can't rate it too high. No, I spoiler alert, Garden Hopes and Dreams is going to be like one of the highest rated songs in the OST, if not number one, or tied for number one. I love Feel Hopes and Dreams way too much, but all that to say, this is a very good song. The sneakers are tool boss. It's pretty loud. Okay, let me turn down the... Let me hear how that sounds. Yeah, that's pretty loud. Hopefully you can still hear me decently, but I find it so cool that fan remixes. Yeah, no, this chapter more than any of them totally was drawing on the community's power. Lend me your power. So, yeah, no, I love Garden Hopes and Dreams for that. I love Rakuichi Buster. I love the Piano Collection songs. In chapter 4, I did make the decision to add 7-4 to the tier list and then rank it. I'm definitely gonna rank the Forgotten Man theme, and I might rank the slowed down version of Cutie Mimi Magic. I think those are the only songs not on the soundtrack that I... Flashback or Flash Forward, as people are calling it, the chapter 5 Weird Route song when Noelle is crashing out, goes super hard. Happy Town is extremely depressing and unnerving, but I don't think I'm gonna rank them. Lazy Fox, Fraud Fox. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say about this song. It's really good. I like how the song is named after the Pokemon move Pedal Dance. I assume that's what it's named after anyway. Yeah, it's great. Ignore that. Yeah, during these OST tier list streams, I usually look up fan art, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add this in the description, as is tradition. Listen, man, Tumblr is a place where we can all be ourselves, free of judgment and shame. Anyway. Hello, Caverate, or Cave Rate, what's up? Itchy the Witch is awesome, very good series. Flash Forward is such a sick name for a sick song. Sick as in I felt sick during that scene. True? No, you're true. Oh, Chapter 5 Weird Route is crazy. I wrote a animatic for the Weird Route with the Chapter 5 scenes included. Will I share that on stream? I don't know. There's a lot to talk about. But yeah. I think that's all there is to say about that one. People have pointed out how, this song is the theme of, fighting any of the flowers, but it feels more like Aqua's theme, which I agree with. Aqua, definitely, the song fits Aqua very well. The very playful, kind of like Toho, trumpets and sound fonts and all that. The very like energetic mood. Yeah, good start, good start. Hello, Jamal. Good to see you. It is not a Shao Annie stream without Jamal. You're just in time. We just put Pedal Dance in bad tier. No, we put it in amazing tier. Good to see you. How you doing? I'll take this time to say that I spent a little time looking through Tier Maker for like a good what's it called? For a good template where like each song has like, you know, like a custom image, so it's easier to tell what each song is at a glance. But this is the best one I could find. It's colorful. All the songs look the same, but whatever, it's fine. Jevil died, by the way. Spamton died. Alright, good night, Sentient Rubber Ducky. I appreciate you showing up. I like the memes of Jevil and Spamton like drowning to death in Chris's pocket. It's fucked up. Spamton also with the hard line of like, don't blame. I guess Spamton wouldn't be in the pocket. He's dead already. But Spamton being like, don't the Spamton line of "Don't blame me when you're crying in a broken home, wishing you let your old pal Spamton kill you." He was 100% right. We should have let him kill us. Spamton being right about everything as usual. Spamton also being even more plot relevant with the friend plotline is really funny to me. Toby, I don't play favorites, Fox. Fucking Brat Fashion. I might make a new tier for Brat Fashion. It is the worst thing that Toby has ever made in his life. And I will say that with confidence, but we'll get there. Worked on Scripted with Mina, watched House with Charlie, been a good day. Nice. House, like the TV show with like the doctor. Hello, Prycap, what's up? Hey, Mango, it's good to see you. I have returned after so long. True. I saw your like rant about like the MCU being like cooked and needing animated superhero films. I agree. Animated superhero films would go crazy. But yeah, welcome. We are just getting started with the tier list. We ranked our first song. How will we move on? There's some really great flower fan art. I will link these. We'll move on. I don't really speak English. That's okay. I mean, you can listen to the music. Listen. Are you talking about the one where like there's a specific like chapter 5 OST got me like compilation that I really like. And for that one, for Brat Fashion, it's this, which I 100% agree with. It's so Brat Fashion sucks. I think it's this one. Put that in the description. I will leave just as soon. Oh no. I am succumbing to Marvel Rivals Raw. Take the B-Man. We're so back. Yeah, I appreciate you showing up. Have fun with Marvel Rivals. Oh, I wonder what Mino is up to right now. Gotta get the full house. But yeah, I think that's everything. A lot of Mario Paint samples. One of the comments in Bread Fashion was Mario Paint really had a foundational impact on Toby, didn't it? And then like lol, lamau. All right, bye. I will not have fun in Marvel Rivals. All right, do not have fun. I will see you around, Mangoes. All right, let's move on. This is going in great tier. In terms of like short, kind of atmospheric, not short like sound effect tracks, this is pretty good. It's fits the mood very well. My comment was that, as I say in my playthrough, it reminds me a lot of the Petal Feather mode reminded me a lot of Chris and Rivals of Aether, which I don't think I have that version of Chris downloaded anymore, but I really want to look it up. I'm sure, why not? I don't think we're gonna get through the whole chapter, the whole soundtrack this stream, but it's okay. Chris in Rivals of Aether is like one of the first modded characters and a very, very good one. And they're like, the Petal Feather reminded me a lot of how they play in Rivals of Aether. I'm not gonna show this whole video, but yeah. Frisk is also really good, this specific version of Frisk that you see very blurrily here. Yeah, so they get TP by attacking. They can use it to, like, use their special moves. Like, Jevil draws the opponent in close. This was made after Chapter 1, so there wasn't much to work with. But, you know, the smash attacks have, like, the other members of the Fun Gang show up. Yeah, here's, like, a showcase. Pretty sick. Yeah, I very much enjoy Rivals of Aether, so the Petal Feather kind of hearkening, like, you know, being reminiscent of that was very cool. Alright. Yeah, that makes sense. I one day I will not stream at fucking 11 p.m. or later. One day. Yeah. Tell her I say good night, I suppose. Do we have something in common using the worst possible way to make art, MS Paint and Mario Paint? I mean, I can't argue with the results. The art you're posting on your page is pretty good, Sparrow. Running animation is really similar. Ralsei with Gun is another custom Rivals character. He's genuinely really hype. He's very fun to play. Great art also. Well, no, it's true. Yes, John Smith, you understand me. That tree trucket box is pissing me off. Chapter 5 Fun Gang in Rivals, yes, but I mean, someone already put Flowery in Rivals. I mean, I might as well just show this if we're talking about this. Flowery is kind of nuts. Flowery is kind of hype in Rivals of Aether. The funniest thing is that they literally just ripped Flowery's, like, sprites from the game for this. Gangster Mario is terrifying. So yeah, Flowery has all the moves they do in the main game, and also they can summon the other flowers to send out projectiles and stuff. Very sick. It's also great because this is some obscure Flowery lore. So yeah, Flowery, this pose is definitely a reference to Jotaro from JoJo, specifically Jotaro's pose in the fighting game Heritage for the Future, which is a pose that also was referenced by Ronald McDonald, who was a custom character in Mugen, who was like infamous for being like absurdly overpowered. So yeah, you can connect Flowery to... It's funny, people have been like, oh, Flowery has a connection to Ronald McDonald, just like Flowey, the original Flowey does, with like his voice lines. Was that intentional? Who knows? But it's very cool. And I guess I'll show off Ralsei with Gun, Rivals of Aether. He's so busted!
Figuring out what you need to remember can make
Ruspel,
feel tough, no matter what you're working from. But with Copilot,
Flowery is Ronald McDonald, true.
Learning from your content that's already open in your browser.
Versus the Knight, true.
Like a PDF, right?
Yo, hello, Pop Tray.
Open the Copilot panel.
Yeah, we're supposed to be ranking the Chapter 5 OST, but we're talking about Rivals of Aether. 19 viewers, holy shit. Welcome, everybody. Hope you would enjoy watching Rivals of Aether. I would just boot up Rivals of Aether and play around with these characters, but I really do not have time. Yeah, dude, sniping people with Ralsei with Gun. Oh, it's so satisfying. Just pull out the fucking minigun. Really great, like, outfits as well. Which one's the one that I use? I think this one. But yeah. Minigun, revolver, missile launchers, etc. Someone made a Tenna and Mugen, let's go. Uh, but yeah, that's enough about that. Go play Rivals of Aether. It's really good. My friend John Smith has like a mod pack of modded characters that has like his old mod pack had like 900 characters, and then it stopped working because there were too many. So it's now we're down to like 300 or so. It's hype. It's a great game. Maybe if I have time after I don't know. Maybe if I don't finish the OST, I can just like play a couple rounds with the characters. Maybe I can even. Well, I don't know, John Smith. You're probably gonna be asleep by then, but I can play as the characters I showed off just for fun. Later though, there's songs to listen to. Undertale 2. Okay, let's see what we got here. So funnily enough, I think I would actually put the original Weird Birds in A tier. I think it works pretty well as an atmospheric track, but this is literally just Weird Birds. I don't even think it's a different. I don't think there's any difference. It's the exact same song. I'm pretty sure. So it loses points for a lack of originality. 600 modded items feels bad. Yeah, I feel you, John Smith. One day I will not stream at absurd hours, but it is not today. Is it any different? I actually don't know. I'm gonna look this up. Weirder birds. Slightly more echo. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, like I think in my chapter one and after my chapter one tier list, I put weird birds in bad tier. Again, I think it is very nicely atmospheric. I think it's kind of in the same realm as Long Elevator, where it sets the mood pretty well. But it's like I don't care. I don't care about this. Weird Bird sounds distorted. I'll see when do you rank a certain Brat song? All right, just for you, I'll see. That's pretty far down. You want me to rank it like I can just click on it in like a few songs, just so I can get it out of the way, put it out of its misery. Weirdest birds. Yeah, we're not gonna be ready for chapter 7 with weirdest birds. So crazy thing that I might as well share. So I have like a Sporkle account where I make quizzes, and one of the quizzes I made was like, um, where is it? Yeah, I for every single song in the soundtrack of Deltarune, and I made a separate quiz for chapter 5 because the quiz was too long. You know, type Y if the name of the song is said in game. Type N if it's not. Weird Birds obviously was never said before chapter 5, but according to this website, which is a very useful website, which has all of Deltarune's text downloaded and searchable, Weird Birds is said because one of Terracotta's flavor texts is birds from the song Weird Birds land on terracotta. I'm like, okay. Sure. Whatever. What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean? Whatever. Yeah. So I guess Weird Birds get some points in that regard. Question mark. Very necessary. No, yeah, I'm doing it on random. I'm not doing the thing like that I did with the Undertale OST for years, where I listened to it all in order. Funnily enough, when I did my the very first tier list OST tier list stream I did was Undertale, and I did listen to that in order just because I've listened to that shit in order so much that I knew what to expect. All other tier lists I put the OSTs on shuffle because I think it's more fun that way. There's an unpredictability to it. Ford Sanctuary. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, no, the weird birds. It's true. I'm trying to think of like other like intriguing songs that song titles that actually got said as a result of chapter 5. Let me see. I'll post a link to this quiz. It's an evil quiz. Uh Lots of technicalities. So people can play it on their own time, I suppose. Where is it? Deltarune song title set in game. The world revolving finally gets said because Aqua says it. Oh yeah, powers combined is said because Flowery says it. Yeah, it was interesting. Every time a new Deltarune chapter releases, I have to update these quizzes. Hello, Maya, Sleepy. What's up? I like the profile picture. Yeah. So Weird Birds. This is the most anyone on Earth has ever talked about the song Weird Birds. By the way, just so you know. Okay, we're moving on. Give me like a good song. All right, it's decent. I'm gonna put this. This song is a meme, but that doesn't mean it isn't like cool regardless. It's obviously not even close to as good as Third Sanctuary, but I mean it's riffing on Third Sanctuary, so it kind of is good by default. I could be convinced to put this in good tier instead of great tier, but I don't know. No, it's great tier. Listen to that choir, man. Shut up, John Smith. It's the shitpost except the middle third, which is kind of goated. Exactly. This is hype. It's really good. Right guy with a revolver? I agree. I 100% agree. It's hard to make Third Sanctuary sound bad. And of course they have like the little like rhythm, like classic rhythm game thing of like they trick you into thinking the song is over. They hit you with like one last sequence of notes. Hold on. I did full clear this song in my playthrough on at least on normal difficulty. It was pretty fun. It ends with this. The drums are pretty good. Can we talk about how Susie went from not knowing how to play the drums yesterday to being able to play this pretty consistent? Like, she's maybe the best drummer in history. Like, if this is how good she is in one day, she's gonna put, like, everyone else out of business. It's insane. Welcome back, Prycap. Good to see you. Like, this part is awesome. Right guy with a revolver? Like, seriously. She is a prodigy among prodigies. Susie, try not to be awesome challenge impossible. Yeah, 8-Bit Drummer, kind of quaking right now. I think he did play Fourth Sanctuary on stream and he was, like, laughing his ass off. I don't know if Whoopie Nall's made an arrangement of Fourth Sanctuary yet. If he did, if he has, I'm not covering that song. Fuck that. I'm not taking my sneakers off. I am Sneakers O'Toole. Funny joke. I'll read my comment on this one. And here we arrive at one of the absolute best parts of the chapter. As someone who's been obsessed with the 6 human souls in Undertale for years, it was beyond incredible to see Toby finally put his own spin on the characters. And seeing how much it took cues from popular fan interpretations, seeing them live the lives we never got to see, becoming this wonderful, adorable little family, and then having it all taken away at the end, made me cry. Toby's character work only continues to get better, and I wouldn't have it any other way. There was like there was a particularly like, just like, soul-crushing like post on Tumblr where it was like, getting to know the flowers was crazy because I was like, wow, hello new characters I've never seen before. I've literally known about you since high school. I knew what items were yours. I knew how you died. I knew what your main personality traits were. I got to know you for a few hours and then I went back to not knowing you. And, you know, the years I waited to get to know you guys, even just for a few hours, it was worth it. I was like, yeah, exactly, man. Like, I have been obsessed with the human souls in Undertale for like since I played the game. I wrote an entire short story about them and I read it on stream. I'll link it. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It took me like 7 years to read it, to write it. Like, I need to make sure there's like nothing incriminating in my Google Drive. Hold on. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like I started writing that Six Human Souls story like pretty soon after I played the game, and I took an absurd break from it, and I came back to it years later here and there, and then I finally finished it like in 2023 or so. I'll leave a link to it. I love the Human Souls. I think they're so interesting. I particularly there's a fantastic comment that I link in that document that sparked my obsession with them and really sold me on the idea like, oh, maybe maybe the Human Souls weren't all children, whichever they like. I think it gives a lot of variety to them as a group, and also the idea that maybe not all of them were good people, or at the very least, some of them were killers, some of them were, you know, less like less friendly than others, you know, more morally ambiguous than others. And it's just like, oh, there was like, I was always like, there's such an interesting part of the lore, and it's a shame we never got to see them, but now we do, and it's like, come on, man, it's so good, it's so good. I don't get how anyone could dislike this chapter. I'm just gonna say. Millions must not take their sneakers off. True, Jamal. The flowers being rifts in the human soul space really one of the five seems nostalgic, something the past is past. Yeah, like, um, Andrew had the great line of like, you know, the most mature line Flowery says, and the line that really sums up the chapter is at the very end when you go to see the dark fountain after all the flowers have turned back into flowers. Flowery says, "We've had our nostalgia. It's time to move on." And I'm like, yes, I agree. It's so good. My other friend Zephyros was like, this chapter felt like an epilogue to Undertale. It felt like it finally closed the book on the game for me. After 10 years, I can finally say that that story is over because we got to see the human souls. We got to see them live their lives. But now it's time to focus on Deltarune's story. And it's like, oh, it's so good, man. Yeah, and just the general idea of like nostalgia is beautiful. Nostalgia is such a powerful, comforting emotion, but you can't get lost in it, man. You can look back, you can remember the good times, you can smile and laugh and cry and draw strength from it, but in the end, you got to keep moving forward. Yeah, Toby gets it, man. It's like some kind of last goodbye. Oh no, don't say that. Last goodbye is like my third favorite song in Undertale, and it makes me cry like every single time. It's so good. Oh, I love this fucking game, man. Fuck. I need to stream more so I can talk about this shit. All right, I'll put on Bradfish. I'll, I'll, uh, I'll come back to talking about how good the human souls are. But I'm going to talk about Brad. Dude, Rust Barrel, it's like the Mario 64 like piano that eats you. Terrifying. Okay, let's. Shut the fuck up, Jamal. Uh-oh, gem alert! This is the first time I've ever made a tier this low for anything, and it's 100% deserved. This song fucking sucks balls. Oh, you guys better than 7. Oh my god, I can't do this, man. You guys are so fucking funny. I love streaming. Oh. You will never find a more dedicated Sweet Captain Cakes hater than John Smith, and I respect it so much. God's strongest soldier. It's Peem. Catfishing honestly isn't that bad. It's fine. It's infinitely better than Bradfishin. At least it's a listenable song. This is just visceral uncomfortableness. It's It sucks. It sucks bad. It's terrible. It's bad. And also, I mean, it gets extra hater points from me because I'm like, what do you mean? If you choose an ice cream guy to go up to pizza pants, it like results in this like horribly sad scene. And if you send the girls up, it's like, you know, more or less for now like a decent ending. Like, no, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. No, I am still invested in the ship. I will hold to my cope that it was the right decision to have an ice cream guy do it. We're gonna be vindicated, even if they don't actually get together. I don't care if they don't get together. If they can at least apologize and make up and still be friends, I will fucking do a backflip on camera or something. I don't know. I just want to know that having an ice cream guy go up and clear up the deception and everything and just come clean was the right choice. Toby, please, please. I'm gonna cry, dude. All Toby Fox yellow. No, but blue and yellow was the balance, the yin and the yang, because we had nice pants, which ended horribly, but blue and yellow was like maybe the most like healthy gay relationship Toby's ever written. It's like, come on, man, you can do this. You are clearly capable of doing it. Just do it. Just do it more, please. I will say also on a sort of more serious note, one of the reasons I love blue and yellow so much is because, you know, the Royal Guards in Undertale and Deltarune, they are like a gay ship in the Undertale Deltarune like, you know, sphere. But you know, I like them, but they kind of are a joke. Like the fact that they're in a relationship is kind of meant to be funny. Like in Undertale, I mean, maybe people would disagree, but it's like that's how I read it. Like in Undertale, it's like, oh, bro, I love you, bro. I want to clean your armor, bro. Like it doesn't feel like an actual developed relationship, I guess, and it's kind of just like, oh, these really manly guards are actually in love with each other. That's funny. I don't think it's bad or anything, but it's just like I'm not crazy about them. But blue and yellow is like a serious, like they are very funny together, but they're actually like deeply in love, and they have reasons to love each other. Yellow thinks blue is like beautiful, loves how like thinks they talk in such like a beautiful way. Is like oh, blue is so graceful. Yellow straight up says like, oh, a lawman whose judgment wavers like chaos, but from those contradictions springs beauty. And like they actually, it's a real romance. Like it's beautiful. I can't get enough of it. They are doomed. It's true. They're not toxic, but they're doomed. There's no healthy anything in Gaster's device. Caddy, pathetic man lover. Yeah, I do think sending Caddy up is like a funny option because she has no idea what the fuck is happening. I can see that being like an okay option in terms of like, I give that like a 6 out of 10 once we see like how the relationship plays out in the later chapters. Bratty, I cannot imagine that going well. I also just don't like Bratty. She sucks. I hate her. But yeah. All the yaoi is doomed. Even the bloomed yaoi was doomed in the end. Feels bad. Ice Cream Guy was the best choice. It's not close. I agree. If there are no Sweet Cap'n Cakes haters, I'm dead. It's true. It's true. Till my last breath, I will hate Sweet Cap'n Cakes. Hating Sweet Cap'n Cakes is the reason this heart still beats. Okay, but that's enough about this fucking dog shit. I'm moving on. Hexlop! Susie and Birdly being the only canon ship. It's true. It's true. Birdly, my king, by the way. Hitting Chris with the you need to respect other people's feelings. Don't put me and Noel down, you idiot. That's my king. I'm so mad we couldn't actually date him, but he more than proved how much of a Giga Chat he was. Hat slop in my Wokey Fox game. Oh my god, you guys are so funny. I love you guys. Oh, Toby would sooner die. What Headslop even is there? I guess Pizza Pants X, Caddy or Bratty if they get together. Um, who else? Who else is like heterosexual in this game and actually in a relationship? Sans and Toriel, I suppose, but that's not like necessarily confirmed. Asgore and Toriel, but they divorced. Queen Tenna is a very funny ship. I don't really actually ship it, but it's very funny. Caddy's parents. Dude, Smithos, you're the one who got me onto Curly, which is so funny to me. It is peak. It is genuine perfection. It's such a good ship. The feather blush later was Peem. Yeah, no. Chris randomly having a feather of Burley and Seth being down bad. Incredible. Asriel and Das, I suppose, yeah. Het gem! Het gem! I have that isn't. I think I like that term more than het slop. That's incredible. Thank you, Jamal. Oh my god. God, what was I gonna look up? Um. Oh yeah, there's one specific Queen Tenna fan art that I absolutely love. Oh yeah, congratulations to Tenna for winning the Tumblr Sexy Man contest, by the way. I don't think I actually voted in the final. I'm like, these all seem like decent options, but I know Toby wrote like fanfic about it. I didn't actually like read it yet. Yeah, no, I love this. I fucking love this comic. Let me link to it. Step aside, small ugly creature. You cannot handle all that. But I can. True. Any chance I ever get to voice Queen, I will take it. She is like everything. She is goals. She is incredible. The best character. And it's like, yes, I accept you, female character telling male character not to step aside from the male character. I accept you, female character, shunning the yaoi because I agree. Spamton cannot handle Tenna. Queen can. But I can. Sad, pathetic men, her favorite. But yeah, so. Oh yeah, I think an idea that we discussed on stream was Deltarune ship tier list, which I think would be a bit too heated of a topic for me to actually do a full tier list on. But I guess, do I want to give my thoughts on it? We've ranked like 4 songs. I agree, Revolver. Queen is the best character in the game. She is. Queen Tenna is het gem. I agree. I gotta think of like a comprehensive list of like not even just from Deltarune, like ships that are het gem. I think Link and Midna is het gem. I famously said that Link and Midna is the only straight ship I care about, but that's probably outdated by now. You can send them to me, Jamal. I might fill them out on my own time and just not on stream. I guess I'll briefly give my reviews of like the main ones. Chris, Susie. I mean, Chris is in love with Susie. We know this for it's canonical. I still prefer Chris and Susie as best friends. I think I like their dynamic better that way. Chris L is too mired in Weird Route for me to really be comfortable with it. Some people say Suzelle is boring. I don't think so, and I think any perceived lack of chemistry between them might be something that will actually be explored in game, because it is kind of implied by the game that these two are rushing into a relationship and it's not going to be as smooth as they think. But I still like the ship a lot. Kristen Rousey, I think, has a lot of potential, depending on how you interpret it. I don't like actively ship it though. Curdly is the true Chris ship. It's true. Tenna is good. I'm not like as crazy about it as everyone else. Bad Tenna goes hard. Batat and Tenna. The touch tone telephone, like one-sided like pining and obsession goes hard. Meta Tenna goes absolutely insane. I fucking love Meta Tenna. Are there any other ships that are like worth talking about? Fun Gang is a polycule. Fun idea. I don't ship it. Chris, Susie, and Noelle. Fun idea. Not my thing. Who else? Chapter 3, chapter 4. I mean, Jevil and Shaw goes hard. I like them together. Blue and yellow, obviously, my goats. Hello, Vapid Orbit. What did you say? I hope you didn't say anything like offensive. Warriors Bond, exactly, John Smith. Minna is so hot. I agree, Jamal. You are always correct, and you are correct there. King is great, and also he is not irredeemably evil, which goes against what I said in my comment, or what I implied in my comment on Chaos King, but it's okay. Honestly, King's backstory in this chapter, where like a lightner ripped them, like accidentally ripped them, and it made the entire deck unplayable. Like that was sad. I genuinely, I was like, okay, I understand you, King. I feel for you, man. Okay, I need to go to the next song. Fuck. Jamal sent a message about the flowers that I didn't read, which I think I agree. It looked like a good message. Now that I think about it, the flowers wanted to live out their dreams they couldn't. Light World was really funny considering the human souls couldn't live their lives or dreams either because they died. Crazy thing that, yeah, Chaos King is great. I think it still holds up really well. Um, Crazy bit of irony someone pointed out. In Deltarune, the flowers who represent the human souls are, they love Asgore deeply. They literally are willing to die just to give him happiness. In Undertale, the human souls were killed by Asgore. It's kind of fucked up. There's a really good comic of like sort of delving into that on the Deltarune subreddit, which can be very obnoxious as a discussion place, but has some very good fan art. Um, let's see. Yeah. Oh my god, this destroys me. I'm gonna read this out because why not? Yeah. I think I know which art you mean. It'd be really funny. Do I even want to read this? It's too sad. It's basically just all the it's the humans in Undertale presented as they are in Deltarune, fighting Undertale Asgore, dying. I think this is Seth actually choosing to give their soul up for the good of the monsters. Just promise me this was all for something, I promise. Are you saying that you're killing kids and you call that justice? Never. I can do this, I'm brave, right? Bravest. Thank you for watching my dream. Oh no. Yeah, it's oh it hurts, it hurts. Yeah. It's interesting comparing the human souls as they appear in Deltarune with my interpretations of them. I am not going to read this on stream because it would take too long, but I'm doing literally everything except ranking the songs. There's just so much to talk about, man. We are 5 songs in. It's been like an hour, but briefly go over the characterizations I gave the souls. Patience for me in my story was a girl named Aubrey who was actually very patient, kind of nonverbal. You know, spent a while living with Toriel before she died of frostbite in the Snowdin Forest. Very unlike Aqua, which obviously is fine. Um, Orange was a boy named Clint, which inspired choice by Toby to make Orange a girl. I like that a lot. Um, the Integrity was a girl named Lily who was like a ballet dancer who also like killed a bunch of monsters. Very different from Blue. Seth James was the Purple Soul. Honestly, him and Seth were pretty similar. Similar, like both nerds who like took notes during fights and stuff. Um, Kindness was Blake in my story, like an old man who was a chef who tried to like find a peaceful solution to like the human monster conflict. Um, Similar vibe, similar like chill vibes as Green. Liberal Delta 5. The silhouette with obscurity, yeah, Aura Farmer Asgore at his peak. And then Justice was Justine in my story, a cowgirl who was actually from America, who traveled to Europe, which is where I imagine Mount Ebbet was, to try to like determine, like, she had heard rumors that the underground was real and went there to like pass her judgment on it. She spared some monsters, killed others. Very different from Yellow. And then the story ends with like Frisk, you know, receiving all the info about their lives in 1 second as they all like as the souls give Frisk the power to fight Omega Flowey. There's lots of really great fan art of the Omega Flowey fight, but the souls are the deltarune characters, and it's really it's good, it's good, it's good. Wokey Fox. So do not worry, Nick Nova. Sunset of Seven Suns is, spoiler alert, it's tied for number one in the OST. It's so good. I have so much to say about some of these songs. I gotta keep moving. But yeah, Human Souls goated. That's what I'm trying to say. This chapter is awesome for exploring them. I love the Human Souls. They're such an intriguing part of Undertale's lore. And I will have plenty more to talk about with them with the other songs, because there's several songs about them, and several songs that make me, there's a song on the soundtrack that makes me cry really hard that's related to them, so we'll get there. Running Sky has fallen. Feels bad. I know Running Sky's your favorite. Running Sky's really good. It's gonna be up there, but not number one. I'm sorry. The cover by Chai T leaves me cry. Of Sunset. I have not listened to that. I have listened to Chai's like meme cover of Cutie Meme Magic, which is really good. But I gotta listen to their other stuff. Quiet Glade. I love Quiet Glade. But okay, so we left off here. We're gonna move on to Whew! This is a good one. Going right in Amazing Tier. Oh god, I just realized. Well, okay, I'll say it. I'll say it later. Now let me focus on this song. I'm so worried for Susie. The fact that we spend the chapter fighting against Flower because we believe Asgore shouldn't live in a fantasy world and escape reality, only for Susie to do the exact same thing at the end of the chapter. I don't think anyone could blame her based on how horrible her home life seems to be, and I do think Deltarune's end message will be a nice compromise on both the importance of facing reality, while still being able to draw strength from fiction and fantasy in a healthy way. But Susie clearly is not at the stage where she can balance the two, and the moment the other shoe drops is going to be painful. Really painful. Is this the most Yume Nikki song, or is Quiet Glade, John Smith? Yeah, I'll talk more about the ending of the chapter when we get to this song. Oh, the ending of this chapter hits so hard. Fuck. Thanks for walking me home, Chris. True, John Smith? I listened to Quiet Glade a lot while I was in Seattle, like doing hiking through the woods. It was great. These fantasies are within control, though. That is true. I think it was very smartly written of Toby to be like, oh, you know, thematically, there's a reason why Asgore shouldn't, like, just be stuck in the Flower King Dark World forever. But logistically, there is also the reason that the flowers will die otherwise. It's like, okay, you know, you can... I feel like if there wasn't the whole element of, like, literally if Asgore stays in the Dark World, all these characters that we've come to love will fucking die, then you could have definitely argued, like, well, maybe he should have just stayed, but that's a very, like, it's a very deft justification for why we aren't, like, horrible, horrible people for trying to seal that Dark World. The song was absolutely made for the eruption where the soul gets trapped in the balloon. Doesn't work unless you're deliberately taking it slow. I think I managed to listen to the full song because I had no idea where Susie wanted to go. I was like, oh, you mean my house? You want to go to Toriel's house? And she's like, that's not really what I meant. I'm like, shit. But then when I realized that the only place you can walk is the skull, I was like, okay, I get you. It was funny. I was watching Cookie play chapter 5, and my friend Zephyros was there, and he was like, oh, you know, choose the option of I won't walk you home. Trust me. And I was like, I didn't know what would happen. So I was like, why would you choose that? I was like, okay, Chris is just so based that they're just like, no, I refuse to let you do this. It makes me question why Chris doesn't do that more often, but I don't know. I will go on record as well, and I'm going to say this a bunch when I replay the chapter. I am the number one Chris defender on the planet. If there are no Chris defenders left on this planet, I am gone from this earth. I love Chris. I think they have done some very questionable things this chapter, but I think by the end of the game, we are going to completely understand why they did it, and I will feel nothing but sympathy. I already feel nothing but sympathy for them. I don't know. People are turning on Chris, and I'm just like, no. My take is, as a pianist, and with Toby being a fellow pianist, you do not write a character having the first thing they do when they break free of the player's control being sit down at the piano and play a song as beautiful as 7-4 if that character is not meant to be incredibly tragic and sympathetic. It's like, no, I will always defend Chris. I don't care. All right, good night, John Smith. Appreciate you showing up. Glad we can talk about Brad Feshin. Chris is my favorite. Chris is my Blorbo. Chris is my special. I love Chris. Glazing Chris is the reason this heart still beats. And it's always funny whenever someone glazes Chris, because it's like, Chris hates you. And I'm like, I know, I don't care. I would hate me if I was in Chris's position. Like, come on, man. Toby made Gaster make friend. Shut up. Their flesh will rot. Asgard just be sorrow for the earth. Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. If we take Pink's boss fight as, like, foreshadowing for, like, us reconciling with Chris, it's gonna destroy me, man. Oh, chapter 6, chapter 7. I'm not ready. I am not fucking ready. I might cover this song, Walking Home. It's very good. I need to keep listening to songs, man. I gotta actually make progress. Speaking of Pink. This is like... It's not aether, don't worry. It's good. It's good. Not the best song ever, but it works. People, so yeah, as someone who never played Undertale on Switch, it was an absolute delight being able to fight Mad Mew Mew. Love the art style in her too. I truly feel for Alphys. Had she entered Flower King at any point during the chapter, she legit could have entered a world where anime was real. Alas, the world could not handle such peak. Someone made that observation of, like, Alphys could have had her dream come true. Feels bad. People have also pointed out, like, Mad Mew Mew looks so much better in deltarune. It's not really fair to compare, because in Undertale, Mad Mew Mew was a doll, whereas in deltarune, she is a doll come to life with more realistic features, but it's like, yeah, no, she looks so much better. Darkner Pink, by the way, superior to... Darkner Pink superior to Lightner Pink, by the way. I love Darkner Pink's facial expressions and the color palette. I will address the elephant in the room of Susie fumbling the date, quote unquote. So let me just say, the memes are fucking funny. Like, this fan art is incredible, and all fan art's in this vein of, like, Chris going, like, invincible Omni-Man, like, thrag on Susie. Extremely funny. I can't lie. In terms of, like, whether Susie actually, like, fumbled, no, I don't think so. I think I am of the opinion that Chris didn't really care. Like, Chris, if you choose gotta win as, like, the reason why you flirted, Chris literally does a peace sign at the camera. And if you choose, like, oh, I meant it, like, they don't do anything special, it's like, no, I don't think Chris really cared. I don't think Susie was I think it definitely could have been a situation where Susie was a bad friend for, getting in the way of, like, Chris getting together with someone, but I think it was more just to be like, Susie knows Chris well enough that she's like, you didn't, like, you're not actually interested. So it's like, the reactions range from, like, the funny haha, like, oh, I'm gonna do the weird route because in Revenge, to people actually being like, oh, my opinion of Susie was lowered because of the scene. I'm like, nah, man, it's not that serious. Yeah. It's just Chris trolling, man. It's just troll. We know what Chris. I didn't get the scene, but, like, literally, there's a scene. I think if you choose to hang out, like, if you, like, decide to follow Susie in, like, the onsen or something, you get a scene where like Chris and Susie are sitting at like by the water, and she's like, "Oh, have you ever, did you ever like anybody?" And you can choose an option that kind of implies Chris likes Susie, but Susie's like, "Oh, speak up, you're mumbling." And it's like, no, that's how Chris acts when they're actually in love with someone. They like all like flirtiness, like all like their skill at flirting disappears, and they become like a little like mumbling mess. It's like, no, they were not actually attracted to Mad Mew Mew. All right, I'm attracted to Mad Mew Mew, but I am not Chris. So can I really be mad? I prefer girlies YouTube Undertale sprite. I respect that. Um, Mad Mew Mew TV character. Hello on the plow. What's up? Mad Mew, I don't like them as a character. So do you not like the doll as a character? I think the doll is like funny. What is this link? I like both pinks. I agree. To get Chris out of it, yeah. I'm glad you all agree. I'm glad you have good. I'm glad you all have an understanding of the characters. Big bazongas, yeah. People have the TV tropes page was like, Mad Mew Mew and Deltarune is notably more well endowed than the Undertale version. I'm like, that's a way to, that's a way to say it.
Oye, niña gato.
I got this recommended to me. I didn't actually watch it though.
Niña gato, yo no me llamo niña gato. Mi nombre es Sistini. Grábatelo bien porque.
Why are they
Te he
Spanish?
amado desde el primer momento en que te vi. Bien, atención. La niña gato ahora se ha sonrojado. Eso demuestra que el poder de las palabras puede influenciar la mente humana. Es posible influenciar el mundo usando el lenguaje. Así es como funciona. ¡Ay! ¡Idiota! ¡Eso me dolió mucho!
¡Eres un idiota! ¡Idiota, idiota, idiota!
Dude, she even says idiot
Okay.
3 times, like Mad Mew Mew. It's all meant to be. I'm gonna put this here as well. I don't like the ghost. You don't like the ghost? Oh, come on. The ghost is the coolest part. Come on, man. I cannot agree with it. Hello, welcome back, Mangoes. How was Marvel Rivals? Did it suck? Okay. Let me see what you guys are talking about. It's basically the soul possessing Chris. Yeah, no, you're right. The soul possessing Chris wants to get with the body that's possessed by the ghost of Mew Mew. It's fucked up. It is for the best that Susie interrupted it, because any way you slice it, it's literally the isn't there someone you forgot to ask me, but like actually serious. Like that's not gonna work out. Brr. Yeah. Fortnite. Winter Soldier, let's go. 68 hours. You need one more hour for the funny. But yeah, so Pink is great. Really like him. I'll have more to say about them with Cutie Mimi Magic. Some people say that like, oh, she was an underwhelming final Shadow Crystal boss. I kind of was like, oh, not as thematically rich as the other secret bosses, and then John Smith hit me with the fucking like revelation, like it's literally a fight against a soul and a vessel that need to learn to work together. I'm like, no, it's genius. I did not realize that at all. That is really smart, and I love this fight a lot more now. Like gameplay wise, it's like one of the best fights in the game, and that thematic relevance like helps it super well as well. 6-7 Okunana. Age just goes over Pink having a crush on Chris. It's like the trouble you encounter when you make your main characters teenagers feels bad. But yeah, Pink is hot. I don't really care. I have no shame. Wasn't the story already wrapped up in Undertale? Just meaning upon them as a sensitive jerk. At least what I remember, they feel like a tag on. That is so. Andrew and I were like, one of the few things that we will say is like a knock against the Pink fight is that for the most part with Deltarune and like its references to Undertale, like if you never played Undertale, you might be like, why are these flowers based off of like specific traits like justice or kindness? But you don't really need to know why. They still work as characters. You might be like, oh, Gerson, who is this guy? We get to fight him. That's cool, and not really understand how major that is. But it still works. The only indication that Mad Mew Mew is is possessed by a ghost and that it's specifically the Lightner that lived in Metaton's house. I don't think you even know for sure in Deltarune. I don't think there's any confirmation in Deltarune that Metaton is a ghost. We only know that Napstablook is. I can definitely see someone who never played Undertale being like just so confused, like, wait, what do you mean there's a ghost possessing this figurine that Asgore had? Are we supposed to know this character? The knowledge of, oh, this is Mad Mew Mew and this is, a ghost that is possessing the dummy, like that's kind of context you can only understand if you played Undertale. And Andrew's like literally just one line of like Mad Mew Mew in a previous chapter being like the ghost in a previous chapter when you knock on the door being like, oh, if I wasn't a ghost I could beat you up or something. That could solve it, but it's like, yeah, it's kind of confusing. 648 hours into the game in about a year and a half. One day you'll catch up with my TF2 hours, which is over 1,800 hours. I hope being possessed doesn't do that to me. I don't like them as this final Shadow Crystal boss. It's a good fight. I like the Mad Dummy fight more than you can wait to defeat them. Again, I agreed that I was like, oh, I don't know how I like this as the final Shadow Crystal boss, but I'm like, no. With the thematic parallels with Chris and the Soul, like, I know, I love it. I love it. Gerson is still the best secret boss fight, though. Best theme, best fight. Can't beat Gerson, man. Oh, 2004. Okay, you beat me. You beat me. I bow. I bow. Here is your crown. I think without Undertale context, it'd be like, oh, it's another Lightning trying to live her fantasy. I do think her being a ghost might be confusing because a lot of people... Yeah, because her being a ghost possessing it is important to the boss fight. A lot of people see Lightners as normal and a ghost would register more as... Yeah, like... I mean, I was also just I completely did not understand that, like, the shopkeeper in chapter 5 was Mad Mew Mew. I did not get it at all. It's like, yes, looking back, it's like, who else could it be? It's a character with cat ears in the Flower King Dark World who repeats their sentences 3 times. But I was just like, they talk so differently from how Mad Mew Mew talked before, and they act so melancholic that I was like, can't be them, right? This does serve as good foreshadowing for the secret boss once you realize that, but it flew over my head completely. Yeah, why does she act so different in the shop? Maybe I'm dumb. It's Soroba. No, that was like my impression also. I think in all my genius, because I could have theorized that it could have been Mew Mew. Yeah, I think it could have been made more clear. Flower is the biggest 180 I've done on a character ever. No, my pained realization that Flowery is goated. Cookies switch up on Flowery. The gradual switch up, it was a sight to behold. Flowery's goated, man. He just is. I like Gerson. I mean, yeah, Gerson is a better secret. Gerson is the perfect secret boss, man. Fuck. How unorthodox the last 3 were. True. Some of your design is also substantially different. Yeah, that is a good point. Ghosts being able to possess stuff feels like a plot hole since there isn't mana. I think that's just how ghosts work, but yeah, the rules of that are confusing. The shop theme and pink actual characters theme are in no way relevant like the atmosphere. What do you mean? Also, hello, Black Hole Bomb. Yeah, flowery. It's flowery. And also in the shop using putting up in actions and fighting herself in her body and ghosts and appreciate. Yeah, I guess that is why she acts that way. And if you go back, you can see Orange chilling with her, which is really nice. And then of course there's like the friend dialogue. So yeah, it is Mew Mew, confirmed. But I did not pick up on it at all. I guess she's not wearing like her dress or like her Mew Mew outfit. So that's another reason. But yeah, no, she's great. We have more to discuss about her when we actually get to her boss theme, but let's move on. This is going pretty high. Above Who Might You Be? That might be controversial, but I love me my atmospheric Deltarune Undertale songs. Song that might play when you water literally every square inch of grass without expecting it to be related to the egg room. Jokes aside, really nice song. Nice chance to catch your breath amidst the insanity of the chapter. The rest of the body in the dark world. I hope she gets to be a... Yeah, dude. I want pink in the castle town, man. There was a Tumblr poll. I know I need to play it, I know. There was a Tumblr poll being like, what do you guys want to be like the feature added to the Castle Town from Chapter 5? It was like cafe hangouts, what else? Like Tory Gate challenges or something. What else? Because like, yeah, Chapter 4 we got like the playable organ and like the climbing minigame. Chapter 3 we got like the TV studio. It's like, what landmark and like minigame from Chapter 5 do we want? Interesting question. Shut up, Jamal, shut up! I needed that egg more than I needed water. My pop-off when I got the egg is like unrivaled. And I was so happy. I have not rated Garden Hopes and Dreams. That's gonna be super high, don't worry. Right's also like, the music even stops. Like, when you walk in, it's like, it's room in between. Must be, but no. Cafe Hangouts would be so goated. I would love that, but I feel like it's a lot of work. Toby would, like, have to write so much more dialogue. Jerome! The Hop Chef minigame? Yeah, it's probably the most likely. I want a Hop Chef in the Castle Town. I love that guy. Right? Come on. Toby was trolling us. Come on. We're fellow of big brain Giga Chads, Jamal. Ignore the man behind the curtain. What? That's funny. That's funny, Rustbarrow. Best part of the gardens was the glade, because the garden otherwise were very bare. Excellent main counters a bit too samey. This was a great prelude to 2D stuff. Yeah, it is a very nice, like, atmospheric era. I love the Garden Hopes and Dreams as a song. As an area, I'm not sure what I'd rate it. I love the color palette, the pink and like the sakura petals. I love the enemies, the Netskis and the Floridans. But as an actual area, I can see people... I've never really thought about like how would I rate the actual areas divorced from their themes. What would be my favorite area just in terms of like aesthetic and like encounters and pacing and stuff? The Field Hopes and Dreams is gorgeous. I love that. Scarlet Forest looks nice, but not super exciting. Card Castle is fine. As much as I fucking love Cyber's World, as much as it's probably my second favorite song in the game, Cyberfield's good. What am I saying? It's good. I like it. Cyber City is a case where I think I like the area better than its theme. I think Welcome to the City is fine, but the Cyber City is a great area. A lot of character interactions. Queen's Mansion is fantastic. Love that. TV World is good for the limited time we get to actually explore it. Oh no! What am I saying? The best area is the first Dark Sanctuary. It's so good. Gorgeous, like incredible, like great enemies, great like just areas, like great like puzzles and like rooms and stuff. Gerson's in it. Second Sanctuary is alright. Third Sanctuary is pretty cool, but very short. Garden, we just talked about. The cliffs are amazing. They're too short. I feel like I got through the cliffs in like an hour. I wanted to spend more time there. Flower Castle is good, and Running Sky is also very gorgeous. That's my review, I guess. I basically haven't made any talk clips of unique talk clips since chapter 2 consistently. All right, have fun, Salsa, or as much fun as you can. I would never slander. Who the fuck slandered Shop 3? Shop 3 is amazing. That song's gross. It's fantastic. I don't know who Garden Grove is, but they're my enemy now. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for showing up, Salsa. I appreciate it. Not a lot of yellow for the field. No, you're right, actually. I love Florida. We have to be able to take back like the recruits, right? There's no way. I want my Floridans, man. I love them. Yeah, first Dark Stranger is so good. I mean, the first Dark Stranger has the fucking prophecy. The introduction to the prophecy, like, no, it's the best area. It is. It is. Chapter 4 is the best mid-game gameplay, I agree. The Chapter 5 soundtrack didn't wow me. It's all diamonds in the rough. I understand that. I think there's a lot of miscellany in the soundtrack. I'm curious, because, like, okay. What the kind of, like, nerdy statistics thing I do with my OST tier list is I'll find the mathematical average of each tier list. Like, I'll be like, okay, every song in the first tier, the highest tier, is worth 1 point, then 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, and then I'll just add up all the points, divide by how many songs there are, and like the final. If the final score is like 4, that means that the overall rating of the soundtrack is great. I said oh no earlier because I'm like, shit. Adding a new tier for Brat Fashion is going to bring down this chapter's average further. I am curious what the average is going to be. I am not getting through any songs today, but my rankings of the OSTs just tentatively is 4 as number 1, and then 2. So yeah, 4 at the top, then 2, then 1 and 5 tied, which is very controversial, and then 3 at the bottom. I saw a YouTube poll where it was like, oh, vote for the best soundtrack, and it was chapters 1, 2, and 3. Chapter 3 was winning. That is not correct in my opinion. I do not agree with that whatsoever. But chapter 3's OST isn't bad, but I do think it's the weakest. Overall. If you remove the Sweet Captain Cake songs from chapter 2's OST, I think it becomes tied with chapter 4. And chapter 1 and 5 being tied is very controversial because the highs of chapter 5 are unbelievably high. Like, some of the like Garden Hopes and Dreams, Sunset of Seven Suns, Flower Man, Cutie Mimi Magic, all just like absolute bangers, absolute gems. Chapter 1 also has some of the high. I mean, chapter 1 has Field of Hopes and Dreams, which is still my favorite song in the game after 8 years. And it has like some of the it has like very important foundational songs like Don't Forget and Before the Story and A Town Called Hometown. But there is a lot of like miscellaneous songs that aren't like super duper good. So that's why I rate it that way, but I know people would disagree. Pirate Dojo at the bottom is we'll get to Pirate Dojo. I love Lost of Jammer. I loved all of Chapter 5's OST, but each their own. They're definitely some better than others. I can't say there were any in this chapter I didn't like. Well, except for Brat Fashion! Oh, yeah, Brat Fashion's gonna bring this average from amazing to abysmal dog shit. I think there's 3 songs in the top 20, and the rest of them are around sub 50. I mean, that's fair. I do get what you're coming from. Chapter 3 Mog, Chapter 4, I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, Chief. Chapter 1 has amazing songs. I can't deny that. Yeah, Chapter 1, people usually put as like their least favorite chapter. I put it as tied with Chapter 3 for my bottom rated chapter. Not my least. I can't say it's my least favorite. It's so good. All of Deltarune is so good, man. Chapter 3's OST is not bad, but I don't know. There's a lot of miscellaneous tracks. There's only so much that like TV Time, TV World, Black Knife, and the Backstage NES segment songs can do for it, man. The drought of proper shopkeepers and dedicated shopkeeper themes, yeah. We need more shopkeepers, man. The generalist, yeah, I mean, chapter 1 is just so nostalgic. Hello, Anime, what's up? Chapter 3 is more than 5 in the top 30. That's fair. I get where you're coming from. But overall, I think I do like chapter 5 is better. don't count bratfishing or catfishing. They weren't meant to sound good. I do understand. That's the point. But I still hate. I don't even hate catfishing. I think catfishing is fine. Bratfishing just viscerally angers me. Yeah, chapter 1 is just very charming. It still holds up, man. There's no way you can argue it doesn't. Okay, but I'm gonna keep on moving. What is next? I'm not looking at the track list. Could be anything. Concert for you. Ooh, alright. Alright, we're gonna put this in... No! My mouse is like rebelling against me. Nah, it's not better than Fort Sanctuary, unfortunately. I was talking about Blue earlier. I fucking love Blue. 5 dethroned it, based. I already rambled about how much I love Blue. Fantastic character. And here we have the theme of one of the absolute best flowers. Kind, wise, and mature, with the heart to realize that in this chapter there were no good guys or bad guys, just people fighting for what they loved and believed in. And his relationship with Yellow was beyond adorable. Toby realized how much damage he'd done to the Nice Pants shippers, so he decided to make it up to us by having an incredibly supportive, love-filled ship between these two. My Nice Pants shipper heart still aches, but I accept this as payment. We don't know about this one. This one? Why are you trying not to laugh? It's disrespectful as shit. Oh god. But yeah, no, Blue has just banger lines. This is a comedy, not a tragedy. Get up, you two. Again, the whole... Even if love ends, it'll always continue. Oh god, he's so cool. His Dreamwatcher scene being the one... He is the flower who says, thank you for watching our dream, not my dream, because he speaks for all of them. Like, oh, it's so good. Fuck. I wanted to love, to feel life in my limbs. Ugh. So goated he actually got facial sprites. True, Jamal? Yeah, no, Blue is awesome. I don't know what my actual ranking of the flowers would be. I tried doing that earlier this stream and I failed. I just listed what each flower was best at. But no, Flower's amazing. Not Flowery. I mean, he is amazing, but that's not who I meant. Blue is amazing. There's a roach infestation. I'm sorry, Velocity. That sounds horrible. Butterfly. Blue came into this world understanding himself and his comments is my favorite bit about him. Flowery, blue, yellow, and green are the goats. Very good choices, I agree. I think... Oh yeah, and then Blue laying it all out at the beginning of the Running Sky segment where he was like, Chris, you and all of us, we're all motivated for our love for Asgore. There is no way we could hate you. We will try to stop you, but not out of an act of anger, out of love. It's like, that's what it's all about, man. Like, that's one of the things that makes this chapter so good. Like, and that's one of the things that makes Flowery's boss fight so good. I'll talk about it once we actually get to that song. But like, I was like, oh, how can Toby up the stakes from the Titan? How climactic and lore heavy of a fight that was. And it's like, he did it by having you fight. And someone put it wonderfully. He was like, Chapter 4's boss fight was against a JRPG final antagonist. How do you top that? Fight a JRPG protagonist. Flowery is the protagonist of his own story. He has like all like the JRPG like hero traits. He has like power of friendship, all these like other characters he cares about supporting him. And it's not a fight against good or evil. It's not a fight of like even just like, oh, good character like Tenna who is like, you know, who is going like off the rails. This is genuinely just a fight between two equal forces that both have their own valid reasons to want what they want. I was like, it's so good, man. It's so good. And Blue is at the center of that. He understands it all, man. Like, him, and it's like, yeah, him just like he heals you and Flowery at the end. Like, he also knows that Asgore can't, you know, stay in the Dark World forever, but he's indulged. He like supports Flowery and trying to stop you because, again, it's all out of love. It's like, dude, he's so cool. He's so cool. Thought the character was gonna be another tall blue dark woman was just a butterfly. I am glad he was being humanoid. I like how Flower used the power of his recruits like we do every. Yeah, and he tried to spare you. That was funny as well. Hello, Villigren. Quiet Glade is S tier. I respect that a lot, but I'm gonna put it in amazing tier. Yeah, no. Blue is goated. Blue is so fucking goated. I mean, not really my place to say it, but like openly like black coded character who is also gay and like gender non-conforming and is just so confident in their presentation and is in a loving relationship with a fucking cowboy who also specifically says, I'm not a boy, I'm a cowboy in one of the cafe hangouts. Like, thank you for the fucking food, Toby. This is so good. This is so good. I love this character. Flowerman is overrated. I don't know about that one. We'll get there. I don't know about that. I don't think you can be. Can you be? I don't know. I don't know if you can, actually. Flowerman goes hard, man. It does. I can't lie. All right. Let's move on. I mean, I don't know I don't know what to say about this. My singing monsters. I mean, it's cool. It's one of the very minor nitpicks I have about Chapter 3's OST is that the first song is Flashback Excerpt, which I just don't think is a very solid like opening track. Chapter 1 has another hymn, which is obviously very foreboding and atmospheric. Chapter 2 has Faint Glow, which is the main menu theme, which obviously really works well. Chapter 4's first track is Old Wooden Rafters, which I think is a nice atmospheric start. And this is a decent first song, so I'll give it that. But... Hello, Blue Slime, what's up? Deltarune. It's funny. It definitely threw me off guard when I started the chapter. Honestly, if the little like Sunset of Seven Suns grass whistle, the da-da-da-doo-doo, which plays whenever you boot up the chapter, was in the soundtrack, maybe that would be in like low bottom of good tier. I don't know. Stop Criminal. The bass is very different, and I think I do like that about Flower Man. Camellia, I think, is responsible for like the bass sounds very different from any other Deltarune song. I do like it. It's very raw sounding. It's all the flowers singing, and I like to think that I do like that idea. I don't really get the impression that this is what the flowers would sound like if they all sang together. Again, it sounds like my singing monsters. So I'm just gonna put it there. Hello, cool and real person. We got a lot of new viewers. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you coming out. All right, what's up next? All right, it's all right. I feel like a lot of the character themes are just gonna be in good tier. Chris and Rousey looking at Yellow being like, good lord, is this how our self-destructive tendencies look like to other people? I love Yellow. Silly man. Yes, I will rank the Eggman song. That song and Mimi Magic Slowed Down are probably the only songs in the OST that are not on the soundtrack that I will rank, but there's a lot of really good non-OST songs on here in this chapter. I can't even talk right now. I don't feel that Toby touch. I get that with Flower Man. My singing Darkness. Is there much to say about Yellow though? I'm trying to think. I'm tired, man. It's like 1 a.m. already. There's an interesting post being like each flower kind of parallels Chris in a way. Aqua clearly, I mean, not clearly, but Aqua very much seems to be how Chris was as a child. That connection's very direct. Um, Bravery or Orange could represent how they were like discriminated against for being a human. Um, Blue represents like Chris is very graceful. They can like ballerina twirl and stuff. And in general, like, what was the exact? I think that just Blue was like their artistic side. Um, Green, interesting observation that Green represents their conflicting allegiances because Green helps both you and Flowery. And also Chris, I think, does cook. I think, I don't know. Seth is like their tactician intelligence. You know, they're the leader of the party and everything. And then the darkest one is Yellow is their fucking suicidal tendencies. like, like it's really funny. The whole scene where extended sequence where Yellow's trying to kill himself is funny, but it's like it is kind of worrying because it speaks to both, I think, Asgore and Chris's just mental unwellness. I think Flowery Water's nah. Don't holy shit! You don't like Rakuichi Buster? I don't agree, man. Rakuichi Buster's amazing. I'm very nostalgic for that cover, which I think helps a lot, though. Making them the same makes sense since the main motif is made large and change, yeah. Yeah, Flowery. I think in that theory, someone was like, Flowery represents what Chris wants to be in the sense of like very comfortable in like their own skin, very like just knowledge, like aware of how everything is working, not afraid to try to change fate and everything. I don't know how well that shakes up. I think Flowey is definitely meant to be more of a parallel to Rousey, but interesting to include him in the theory. Chris isn't graceful, they're intelligent, a troll, and cunning, wanting freedom from us. Green doesn't talk, you're right. They're not a good cook, feels bad. Yeah, all the crossover fan art of Clover and Yellow goes hard. I love Clover so much. You wouldn't trust Gerson to babysit your kid? Maybe he would get like too intense. Reflection on the image of Azrael, true. Why does Chris take the flower seed packet? Due to how intelligent Chris is, I'm shocked they didn't rip the note in spots like they wanted to get caught. Yeah, I've seen conflicting like reports or interpretations of why Chris ripped it up so slowly. Whether that was like a malicious compliance thing of like Chris wanted to get caught, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I mean also the fucking the seeds being taken worries me greatly. I'm so scared. I'm so fucking scared. Chris, please don't try to kill yourself, please. Yoing Dog is the wrong night, true. With the post 2 blackness. This isn't turning green, it's another shade of gray. Goner theory? Goner theory? Vessel theory? Why are you green? I'm gonna move on though. John Smith's favorite, my friend John Smith, his favorite flower is yellow, which I respect greatly. They're green for an amazing reason. Alright, flower foyer, let's do it. The worry I began to feel at this point, when I still hadn't found the secret boss nor the egg, I didn't realize I had to harvest the wheat until later. And then that worry only increased when I got to the flower castle, unlocked the flaming shortcut door, and still had no idea what the secret boss could be. Marathon of a chapter. This is going in like... I want to put it in great tier, but I don't know if I can. Good atmospheric music. That's true, Mango. That's true. I think Vapor Buster's okay. I think Rakuichi Buster is the best of the Of the Rude Buster remixes, Rooter Buster, Vapor Buster, and Rakuichi, I think Rakuichi is my favorite. My hot take is I don't really like. I think Rooter Buster is fine, and I'm not like crazy about it. Vapor Buster is probably the worst out of the four, but it's still good. More shoes clothes. Not letting put any ideas in my fictional kid's head. How dare you? What about me not liking Vapor Buster? Rooter Buster's the goat. I mean, listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Rude Buster better, and I feel like Rakuichi Buster. Rakuichi Buster, I'm just very nostalgic for. It's hard to beat that. You said that already, cool, real person. Was doing too much, or rather take Rooter Buster, make it a piano remix, and add trumpets. I respect the opinion. I respect it. What was I gonna say? Flower Foyer sounds like this one song from a Samurai Warriors game. Not even low grade tier. I mean, Flower Foyer maybe does. Maybe I'll move it up. I don't know. It is a nice atmospheric piece. I wish Rooter Buster replaced Rooter Buster in 3 as the general random encounter theme. That would probably make me like it more because we would hear it more. I don't know. I found it funny that Rooter Buster was played multiple times in Chapter 5. It contributed to like my brain melting because I was like, there's just so many songs all the time. I miss Tenno. Is my theory good? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think. If you want me to be like serious, no, I don't think the annoying dog is the knight. I think that'd be very, very bad. No hate to the theory, but I think it would be bad for the story. Flower Castle is great. That's going in like top tier probably. All right, here we go. It's the vague posting king. Let's go. Who's ready? As others have said, I was happy to discover that the reason Asgore and Toriel separated wasn't that Toriel blamed him for whatever happened, presumably to Des, but rather it was Asgore's own obsessive and self-destructive decisions that drove her away. It gave Asgore more of a sense of choice, rather than a simple misunderstood police chief who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was instead just like his Undertale counterpart, consumed with emotion after some horrifically traumatizing event, lashing out and harming those around him and having to deal with the regret and consequences that came after. It made him owning up to his mistakes and apologizing to Chris all the more impactful as well. If Asgore was the architect of his own tragedy, it's only right that he be the one to put in the effort to try to fix it as well. Too bad the knight kidnaps him right away. Oops. That is... So I said like I have small criticisms of the chapter. That is something I am a little upset about. We finally get an Asgore focus. He has the great scene where he apologizes to Chris and everything. And then he gets captured by the knight and we probably won't see him again until like chapter 7. Like, come on, man. He just started putting in the effort to like redeem himself and it's like, okay. Whatever. About him vague posting, I mean, I don't really dislike it. I can see why people are mad about it, but I think it's funny, and also like from a writing standpoint, I can understand why Toby's still kind of dancing around the topic of Des. Chapter 6 is where we're gonna learn more about it, and if I'm wrong, then I am gonna start getting worried. But ooh, good stuff. But yeah, the Asgore vague posting like memes are really funny though. I can't lie. Tenno would have my kid dead in a bathtub. Oh, you guys are so funny. Bagen Trikung. Yeah, this one's going decently high, I think. That's true, cool and real person. I mean, it's true. Yeah, Flower King goes far. I mean, I think I am going to cover Flower King. That'd be a quick, pretty easy cover to make on my electric keyboard. I do wish Asgore at least momentarily struggling against the knight, though I might have messed. Yeah. People are calling Asgore a fraud for not fighting against the knight. I mean, I understand it. It made more sense to give Flowery to give Flowery his flowers, you know? But yeah. Dream Watchers, fuck! That's all I said to say no. Dream Watchers is gonna destroy me once it comes up, but we're gonna put this. Where are we gonna put this? Let me like listen to it again. That's a decent placement for it, I think. I really like the black knife leitmotif. Very, very, very eerie. Nothing can beat a flower's dream. Flower King is really good. Oh. I'm really happy with the comment to Lieutenant also. That horrible day. The Vague Post King Award goes to... Do I need to say it? The Humble Machete. I think Asgore's like redemption could have definitely been handled. What am I trying to say? I think it would have been very easy to fuck up Asgore's redemption and make him like the victim in all this. I'm really happy with the direction Toby went with. It gives Asgore more agency, as I said, while also making him doing justice to him as a character. I just like it. I like it. And I wish he was more prominent in the goddamn chapter, but whatever. Look at his little beans, lol. Ooh, this is gonna go high. When I parade their body around town. Yeah, again, as I said, Asgore is starting on his journey to be redeemed, but then he got kidnapped, which not too thrilled about, but it's fine. Such a bummer. Can a baby survive a Titan? I might need to like switch to a different site because I want to loop these songs, and I can't do that on this randomizer. 1 billion babies. I do not like I'm telling. No, I feel you. I mean, annoying dog stomps. If he's happy, then I'm happy. Yeah, it feels bad. I love Flowery. I had the insane take after at 6 a.m. when I beat the chapter and I was like sleep deprived. I was like, oh man. The scene where the flowers turn back into flowers, really sad. I'm not too sad about Flowery's death. I think it's, you know, it's not like the most tragic thing. No, it's horribly tragic. It is incredibly sad. After I've had time to think about the character and stuff, no. And I'll get more into that later once we get to that song, but Flowery is not on Fraud Watch. He is so goated that he was a fraud that acknowledged his fraud status and then fought an opponent he couldn't beat regardless. Like, he did, the moment he was like, oh, my fake statistics don't work against the knight, he did not hesitate. He still dove in, fought with all his heart, and even though he lost, he came out looking the best in that fight. No, he's my goat. Toby, grant me a cutscene. This is base flower. Notice how the knight waited until the other flowers turned back into flowers, by the way, so they wouldn't have to deal with Omega Flower because they would have been cooked. Rory Knight is a fraud, completely. Absolute fraudulent behavior. Toby originally envisioned Asgore and Toriel as just the protagonist, mother and father, compared to the roles in Undertale. I could see that. Yeah, I'm going to read my comments on this. I think this is one of my favorite comments I left. I've seen people upset that despite scenes like this one, we didn't actually end up fighting Asgore at the end of the chapter. Honestly, as a diehard Asgore fan since day one, I don't think he ever would have recovered from having a boss fight in deltarune where he could, even accidentally, kill his own kid. The fan art and fan songs for hypothetical Chapter 5 Asgore fight went hard, but I truly think it would have been a betrayal of his character to have him fight Chris with the intent to kill or even harm. This song and his portrayal in this chapter capture exactly what I loved so much about him in Undertale. He's a tortured, tragic soul driven to drastic measures by grief and loss, and yet despite all that, he is deeply, unerringly kind. I'm so glad that Toby kept true to that characterization. All complaints I had about him being treated like a joke throughout the rest of Deltarune were worth it, if only for the moment where he truly, earnestly apologizes to Chris the moment he sees them hurt. That is truly my king right there. Like, someone put it like, the most aura, the most efficient. What am I trying to say? Asgore earned more aura than he ever could have through like a cool boss fight by kneeling down, holding Chris, and apologizing. Like, that's all you need to do. That is all I wanted from the character. I would have liked some more, but I am very happy that we got that. Like, I love Asgore. I don't care what the haters and the slanderers and the naysayers in the Undertale fandom say. He is one of the most well-written characters in that game. He is so tragic. He is just a marvel of writing, and I am glad that Toby stopped treating him like a joke in deltarune. It's really good. I would like to see more of him, but it's still really good. That wasn't a cutscene unless. Chase sequence will make a flower star with a knight, true. Yeah. Again, a Asgore fight would have been cool, but I wouldn't have wanted it. Characters I hate when I first see them, I usually like later on, true. I'm reading live chat. My key. I have not been able to fucking stop saying flowery voice lines for the past like several weeks. It's a problem. Marvel. When Sans befriend your mom last time, not even like mad, these coming and claim to be his best friend gets Rozzy to possess me. Yeah, I hated Flowery so much, and I was like, no, he's goated, he's goated! Listen, man, I will maintain my Roaring Knight fraud agenda for as long as I want, because it's really funny. Do I actually think they're a fraud? No, but it's really funny. Ooh, where do I want to put this though? It might be a little too high, but I think I do like it more than Who Might You Be, so I think that's a good placement for now. No, Mangoes, no. I pretty consistently loved Bro. Oh, what a guy. Rudy Knight Theorist. I respect that. I don't agree, but I respect that. He stole the Diners theme. Exactly. He didn't even try. He just put Friends from Chapter 4 into a fucking MIDI converter, and I can prove it. But I'll get there when we get there. I don't care, Cool and Real Person. The cheese wins or something. I don't know. Already 1:30 a.m. I don't need to wake up I don't need to wake up super early tomorrow, but I am not finishing this tonight. Oh, whatever, it's fine. The diner. No way, it's your children. The Blingo Blizzard. Like I can't stop. I can't stop saying flowery lines. Okay. This one's like yeah. Orange is okay. I don't dislike them, but they're okay. Green and orange, fun pairing. I do like them. I do like Pink's like leitmotif at the end here. It's nice. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Oh, let's go. Agreed, Jamal, agreed. No. I stumbled into like the orange like fan club. I'm scared. Well, yeah. I mean, I would still put Orange as a character in like great tier. I really like them, but probably my least favorite. I'm sorry. If me saying that provokes the same guttural reaction of what do you mean as people saying Blue is their least favorite, then I understand. I'm sorry. Shut up. I could put it in good tier. I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it there for now. The pink leitmotif at the end is nice though. That does give the song points. Yes, for sure. Mangoes. It is very good. Okay. Where do I put this? I'm sorry once again I kept the lady in waiting. I'm putting this in great tier. Is it better than Fort Sanctuary? Maybe as like a meme it is, I don't know. Okay, something fucking hilarious that I've discovered today, right? Is this in my liked videos? Yeah, oh not this, not this. Ah! Sensory overload. So, in chapter 4, you know, if you played certain songs in the piano, you know, the characters will, Susie and Rousey will make comments. There was a song in chapter 4 that you could play that people didn't know what it was. And Rousey's reaction was, that song sounds annoying. It was fucking Flower. It was fucking your dad's best friend. The melody's a little annoying. It's so funny. Someone said Rousey was a hater since day negative 358. That is a little annoying. I wouldn't say that. You wouldn't. Yeah. Rousey, generational hater. It's motif slop! That's an incredible phrase. No top tiers yet. I don't know. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. My favorite moment in the playthrough when you first saw Yellow, it's Neo Woody Theory. It was though, and then Friend Inside Me, Pink was the friend inside. Like, come on, man. Toby knows. What's 28.3? You're eating my flesh. Yeah, I've heard about that, Villagrun. Very suspicious, Noel. Flower's a major pain in the ass. Sans boss fight in the weird route was a genuine possibility. I think now that we're skipping to chapter 7, I think any existing character that we know about, like any Lightner being the final boss of the weird route, I think would be underwhelming. Like, we're clearly fucking doing universe level shenanigans. Like, the final boss of weird route has to be like Gaster or something. I don't know. Like, it was kind of a trend to be like, oh, final boss of weird route is Susie and she's gonna have Megalovania. I don't see that happening anymore. I think we've gone off the rails way too hard. Spooky Dude comes out on top once again. I've actually started watching Spooky Dude. He's cool. We fight the Brid. Final song in the sound test. It's true. Happy Town. I've been obsessing about Meat Factory. I need to see Meat Factory so bad. I'm so scared. Okay. Yeah, middle of great tier I think is solid choice. Do I want to look up Flowery Fan or do I want to do it later? They overlook how good her actual versus theme is. No, you're based actually. Versus Susie goes hard. Trouble Dingle. So do you guys think we've gotten Trouble Dingle already in the Weird Route jingle, or do you think that's like something that's gonna come in chapter 7? How much longer now? My Trouble Dingle. It's my Corona. My king. Grown like a tuna. Here I come, San Francisco! Can you play Trouble Dingle? No, I will not do that. All of the lights? Okay, we'll have more chance to talk about Flowery later. I wanted to write an actual analytical comment on your dad's best friend, but I could not fucking write anything other than this with that fuck ass song playing. COVID. This sounded a lot better when I made it last night. Gastro. Oh, I'm dying, man. God. I need to stream more. I've missed this, man. Yeah, Gaster being like a connoisseur of like trash beats is such a funny characterization. Yes, mangoes. Maybe all dingles are trouble dingles. I don't think we'll get a proper song in Trouble Dingle, true. The Ice Pal's true. The place where it snowed, you know that doesn't happen until later. Terrifying. Old Town Road. Yeah. I've seen theories that Glacier will be a freezer in the meat factory, which I think is a great idea. I don't know if Toby would actually do that, but it's very interesting. Ah. Right. Gotta keep moving here. I don't even really have energy to read this. You guys can just read this if you want. King Vaughn? This is going... I think this is our first stop tier. Itoki Hana the goat. Baby Bones, true. I like you too, Noelle. Whichever way you meant it, I like you too. Cause, yeah, I do. That would be insane, Villigran. I don't think it would happen, but it'd be insane. Telltale would never. True. Prycap, true. True. Fun fact, apparently Itoki Hana was like one of the first Japanese fans that reached out to Toby, and then they started working together. Very cool. Yo, Alphys, look at this! Queen Latifah. The Knight identity being the group project is really funny. Seaman? I want to stream a lot longer, but I'm getting tired. We'll see how much more I have left in the tank. Kevin Durant. Something I pointed out after I covered I guess I'm in love. Very specific connection here. This specific chord progression here, if I can find it. Yeah, right here. very similar to the chord progression in this song at this specific moment. Very good song, by the way. You all should listen to this song. I'm gonna stop it there because I don't want to get copyright struck. But that is an incredible song, and that song is about like feeling very discontented, very disillusioned in a suburban town. So it does kind of fit. It would be pretty sick to make like a deltarune animatic to that song, but it is 9 minutes long. Chris is about to cause the roaring when Chris threw us in the trash. They pull out the fountain. The Powder Maker 3000. About to stab the earth. True, they did bring the knife out outside, which was questionable. Macklemore? Toby made music theory, it's true. But yeah. Hell yeah, mangoes, let's go. Dab me up. I'm curious if anyone's made any connections here. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, therapy, can you please fill the void? I can. Am I word or am I just overjoyed? Nobody's perfect and I stand accused. For lack of a better word, and that's my best excuse. Oh, it's good. I think Living would be good in his verses as a reprise, so we would know how to improperly integrate it into the song. I think Living has the transitive property of allowing the characters a specific bone to pick with someone, true. Ooh, it's awesome, mangoes. I don't know if it's what you're talking about, Jamal, but the Deltarune Time Traveler tweets are hilarious. Killed Des again. Spamton. One black shard, that's all I need. Just one. Final Fantasy X, true. How many songs do I have left? Probably a lot. 14, 17, 20. Alright, I'm not even halfway. I need to keep moving. But yeah, okay, we got our highest rate song so far, top tier. The Toki Hana on like the guitar, really nice. There's something about this song feels very earnest, very heartfelt. The scene it plays over is amazing. Really love it. I like the track title. I made a cover of it that I think turned out pretty well. It's really good. Really good. True Villigran. Now we have the shitty version. Not shitty, but you know. So yeah, I think this is genuinely just the song Friends thrown into a MIDI converter, and I can prove it. This is like maybe it's in good tier, I don't know. D. I hate this! Is it better than I'm telling? I don't know, man. The Dynamo! So yes, here's my proof. Here's my final proof. You can't steal that, it's not even his! Yeah, Flowery was cracking Asgore, or at least was trying to. I want the Tink obliterated. So yes, one of my favorite bits of Friends, the song, is it's clearly played by Toby, or at least like an actual pianist. And at about a minute in, the pianist, like, I'm not gonna say makes a mistake, but kind of like stumbles with the rhythm a bit, and it just sounds so like it is a genuine recording, and it makes the scene and the song feel so like personal and intimate, like, and so special. It's like, this is not processed, this is not an artificial piano recording, this is someone actually playing. Oh, it's so good, man. And this song has that exact like rhythmic like variation. It's like, you're not even trying, man. You can't say something that belongs to. Shut up! Shut up! I love Ace Attorney. Oh my god, I love Ace Attorney. I don't know. Can Toby still play? Like, what? It was him playing in Chapter 4 during like Chris's scenes, right? Like, I think his wrist pain. I think he can still play a little bit, for like very brief periods of time. I think. Hello, basically myself. Maybe that's I just call it a MIDI converter. I don't know if that's actually what it was. I like a profile picture. What tier did you give to Friend? Which one? I have not listened to. Okay, I listened to Skies Forever Blue recently. Really good song. I'm probably gonna cover it soon. I'm currently learning a couple songs to cover. This was showed to us by Toby back in 2022 in a newsletter. I never sat down to listen to it until I was in Seattle last week. It is really good. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. Onsen's a new leitmotif. Perhaps. Someone else did those piano tracks. That's a bit sad to me because I think part of what made it feel so special was the idea that it was Toby. But if it wasn't, then I mean, it's still really good. I need to look this up. Well, the AI says it, but I don't trust you. Toby did play piano during the Undertale 5th anniversary concert, so he still can play, I think. Their name is under piano contribution in the credits, I think. You might be right. Chapter 4 credits. I can look this. I can look this here. Do I want to read here?
Lights on.
I didn't understand you.
Lights on. Morning.
Hello.
Who cares? No, this is chapter 2's credits. Hold on. Remember, kids, take care of your wrists. Yeah, don't play Smash Bros. I think Friends was played on the MIDI keyboard connected to FL, not an actual piano, so you should just have the notes already. Yeah, it's still like a live performance, though. It's not like... I mean, I'm talking as if I know how music production works. I think you know what I mean. There's a genuineness to it, and how it's played. That train catches a weird feeling in my heart. Back when Chapter 2 was coming out, I would have sold my soul to be a part of its ongoing creation. Now such dreams have changed, and I realize that I want to be the person who makes things that fans would die to be a part of. I respect that, yeah. I still would like to get the email from Toby being like, hey, we recruited Insane in the Rain and Rakuichi, or like the guy who made Rakuichi Buster. You want to make a song for us? I would love that, but you know, that is a lot of pressure, and I'm a very busy man nowadays, unfortunately. Yeah, a lot of projects, man. I'm still in the middle of writing like a big project that I've been working on for a long time. Hopefully I can finish it soon enough. The young man told me you wave dash. For shame. Fanzines? No, true. True. You're true. Live piano editing, Lena Rain. Was it Lena Rain? I don't know. I'm not listening to this because Neverending Night is too emotional. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I would hope it's Toby because that'd be epic. But yeah, whatever. But anyway, yeah. So Diner Song of Best Friends. It's okay. It's okay. What, Rust Barrel? That'd be fucking funny, Villigren. I don't want Rudy to be the knight. I don't. I don't really have energy to explain why not, but I don't think I would find it very satisfying. But you can't rule it out at this point. There's still no conclusive evidence against it. I do not have the energy to talk about either. I think Crystal Knight theory has a lot of interesting evidence. I don't think I would really like it if it was the case either. I think Des or Carol makes sense as the primary knight suspects, and I am leaning Des. But yeah. Okay. Copy of Des? I don't know. We'll have to see. Chapter 6 and 7 are plenty of time to give us a good explanation of who the knight is, though. I've seen people say, like, oh, chapter 5 should have been, like, us learning about Des if she's the knight. Y'all need to remember that, like, and people are somehow claim this is, like, a issue with Undertale. Like, no, man. You have to remember that Undertale, like, drops, like, the exposition of who Asriel is and the True Lab and stuff at, like, the end of the game. And that's not a pacing issue or anything. That's just how, like, the big payoffs work. It's like, Deltarune's probably gonna be similar. That's true, Jamal. There is an art to that. And that's something I didn't really appreciate until Cookie started showing me interesting theories. Like, I can appreciate Crystal Knight from, like, an aesthetic standpoint without being like, I want this to be true. A way of giving back to the world, a world that made you. That's nice. I don't know about that, Rust. I think gameplay is just one aspect of a game. But yeah, I mean, there was like some motherfuckers being like, oh, Toby sacrificed the quality of the story for gameplay to define. Like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. I agree, Mangoes. That's a great, like, goal to have. 7 days, 7 nights. What is your question, real person? If I had to choose between gameplay and story, I would choose story. That's just me, though. I want to make someone's Deltarune, I want to be someone's Arcane. I feel you, man. This is going in... I don't know. A lot of great tiers. I hated Crystal Knight at first, but that's something I didn't like the fan perception. She didn't know being a villain. Everyone took it mostly as an interesting concept instead of no hate campaign, true. But MTV Dogger, I don't know, man. You die? You probably would die. There's like a really good fan art of this that I'm not sure if I can find. Rules card is Gaster. No, you're true, you're true. This is a nice atmospheric track. I'm putting it in great tier. Yeah, Spooky Dude had a really good, just like, summary of. he responded to the theory in his latest video, and I think it's a very good summation of my feelings on it. Like, there's a lot of cool evidence, and it's interesting conceptually, but it's just, it does fall apart on certain like fundamental levels. Okay. If John Smith is God's strongest sweet cap and cakes hater, you are the God's strongest Death Knight hater. I respect it a lot, actually. You are such a Death hater and a Carol Knight traitor that you somehow helped convert Cookie, which I still find absurdly impressive. I believe in Noel Knight pre-chapter. I believe in Chris Knight pre-chapter 2. There's hard. God, you guys are so fucking good. I love you guys. This is going pretty high. Not super high though, because I guess I'm in Love is better than this. We still haven't gotten to some of the the behemoth tracks yet. I'm waiting. It's true, Jamal. It's true. Great Death Hater of the Lake. Oh my god, you guys. Funniest YouTube community ever, man. I love you guys. True mangoes. I agree. I just want to say, the Onion Song normal NPC memes are some of the funniest memes that y'all have ever, that the Undertale, the deltarune fandom has ever come up with. It's so funny. True, mangoes, true. Gaster being like, I'm not even trying to hide no more. I agree, Jamal. I just don't think I would like it. Ah! How to kill me in real life. I just want to say, okay, are we calling normal NPC norm now? That's funny. I just want to say I've been a normal NPC hater since chapter 2. I was early to this train. Fuck this guy. I never liked this guy. Even in chapter 4, literally after I played chapter 4 with like the wait don't, one night I was like laying in bed and the lights were out and I was about to fall asleep and then I just pictured normal NPCs standing in my doorway. It like scared me enough that I opened my eyes and I couldn't go back to bed for like a little bit. And I was right. I was completely right. Fuck this guy. Feels very FNAF-like. That's a good way to put it, honestly. Daily dose of opium for Onion Son. Oh, man. Prophetic Onion. How did Onion Son die in the fanfic, Blue Slime? He is, Jamal. And then Andrew shared the hilarious story of like after he played chapter 5, he went to bed and he woke up in the middle of the night and he was like groggy and delirious, but he was like, wait, did I leave my door unlocked? And in his half-awake days, he pictured normal NPC walking in through his house, and he was like disturbed enough that he just went to check, and his door was unlocked. And he was like, that it freaked me out. And I'm like, no, he was there in your house. It's a shitty theory. Yeah, I hate this guy. I gotta like. there's a really good like shit post about this. I mean, there's like a billion good shit posts about this guy, but it's a good design. It is. Where is it? Yeah, this is really good. Oh wait, no, this isn't.
What has happened?
This is not it. Hold on. Where is it? Normal man, normal. There it is. I love this image.
Normal man, with his knife in his hand. So he stands to cook the hometown in a pan by the lake. He will bake onions on into cake. Ain't it nice? The life forever for
Larper man, true.
daughters.
Yeah, all the memes of like Gaster as like a fucking cartel, like cartel runner, and like the Gaster mafia, like it's so fucking funny.
The life forever.
Also, do you guys think that Snowdrake and Monster Kid are fucking dead? I think I don't think it's as likely as I thought it was. I think they could very well be by the bunker or the shelter, and Carol's like chewing him out for fucking around. But when I realized that they were the only school, like the only classmates that weren't at the festival, like my blood ran cold. I was like, no way, no way. Model Land, yeah, funny. John Smith sent me that. It is a lot. It's Tyra B running in the NY streets. True, Jamal. They got raptured. Gaster man. There used to be a normal enemy. True. Yeah, the image of like the aura of Sukuna, the pettiness of Dio. Like, no, it's true. It's true. Bastard stole all of Friend and Aram's aura instantly. What a guy. Norma wasn't told to kill. Yeah, Gaster was like, you should just, make sure Onion doesn't tell Chris about this song by the sea. And Onion's like, I'm on it, boss. And Gaster's like, what the fuck? I didn't tell you to do that. Oh, is it a crime to be thorough? Alright, I'll listen to this fully on my own time, but... Susie and Noelle a cannibal? I don't know. Noelle specifically doesn't eat it because she's a vegetarian. I don't think we'll ever fight or see Gaster. I think... I'm like stalling because this song's gonna kill me, but... I'm probably gonna have to end the stream like relatively soon as well, but... I was saying to my friends, I think I'm slowly coming to the painful conclusion that Gaster might not be as involved in the story as I want him to be. Like, it's very possible that, I don't know. It's just very possible that, like, for all the hints he's gotten and, like, how much I want him to appear, for the sake of this story and for the casual fans, which is a phrase I don't like using, but I think it's very possible that we don't see Gaster, and at best, it's, like, more or less confirmed that he was the one running things, but we don't know for sure. Like, I don't know. I think I could live in a world where that's the case, and I think Deltarune could still be still be my favorite game ever if that's the case, but I will be a bit disappointed. Not disappointed. I'll be a bit sad. I had to go through this with chapter 1 where I was like, oh, Kara, why would Kara do this? Genuinely, the reason I said that was because I was convinced Kara would come back in Deltarune, and Deltarune would be a game about Kara post-genocide run destroying a new unit, like destroying new universes. And I had to, by chapter 2, I was like, that's probably not going to happen. I feel like that might happen with Gaster 2, which I'm sad about. I think we'll see Gaster, but I've seen the argument made that Gaster bat. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to fight him. Can you fight God, really? What does that mean, Mangoes? I already played 7-4. I made a cover of that. You can look it up on my channel. Just shut up. I don't care. A card, exactly. My friend John Smith put it so well. He was like, all these people calling me a LARPer for blaming Kara, they're the LARPers. They weren't in the trenches in Deltarune Chapter 1, man. They didn't know what it was like when all of us were theorizing that Chris was going to be possessed by Kara and slaughter all of Hometown. And that was going to be Chapter 2. They don't know. You gotta put yourself in my shoes. Do you think Norm swims through the ocean like a wiggling worm? Yes, now that you put it that way, yes, I do imagine that. I think he would. I think either that or he'd be like the Black Adam, like torpedo that even exists. He'd be like this, or like Poochie diving into water. He'd be like this. You think you can escape me? Car becomes spoilers for off? Spooky Doo. Oh my fucking god. Is Rousey transgender? That is a debate that people will be having for a while. I think it's definitely likely. I think I would be excited to see it happen in Deltarune. If Toby leaves it more as an implication, then I can see that happening too. My stance is we don't know for sure. I would definitely think it's cool if it was made canon, but yeah, that's what I have to say about it. Well, also believing Deltarune will end up with the world blowing up and becoming Undertale. It's like, come on, man. We're all cut from the same cloth here. That's a new Gaster feat? Egg dog. That's the comments of the day, yes. Thank you, Revolver. Oh my god. Perhaps, Jamal. True. Ralsei, like identity struggles is a key aspect of the character, and gender being part of that is established in this chapter, so yeah. Definitely lots of routes that we can go here. Exactly, Mangoes, it's true. Toby implication Fox. Oh god. Is it Undertale tier? I don't know, maybe. I'll put it there for now. Fuck. As someone who's been fascinated with the human souls for over a decade, to the point where they spent several years writing a short story detailing the lives and dreams of each one, this hurt really, really bad. Previously, the most Deltarune had made me cry was the scene in Chapter 4, where the fun game protects themselves from the knight's attacks. This moment dethroned that. Seeing these characters, each so vibrant, so full of personality and life, give us their thanks and say their goodbyes, only to turn into a stationary, unmoving flower, and honestly felt like a microcosm of how the game itself will end. All these characters we've come to love have become such integral parts of our lives, at the very least of mine, thanking us for watching their dreams, their hopes, their struggles. I'm not ready to say goodbye. Not yet, at least. I am 100% covering this song, by the way. When I played the chapter,
Amazing.
I got sad and I maybe shed one or two tears. But I was just so tired that I don't think it really hit how sad this was. When I watched my friend Cookie play it, I was fucking like bawling. Like, oh my god, I could not stop myself. Jamal, it's funny. Yeah, they were cracking each other. I don't know what you mean by what do you mean by this? They were. I gotta eat my words, but that's the thing. I like. Well, I guess no, that's not a good example. I was like, I want to talk about the flowers, but I guess I'll talk about this real quick. When it came to trans Jackson, trans Rousey theory, and this is like before the spoilers, whatever. I don't know if anyone cares about Digital Circus spoilers. Mute the stream right now. Before the movie came out, I was like, I think trans Jax is very likely based on just like out of universe statements from Gooseworks, but I was like, I don't know if they're really gonna like canonize it in the movie. And I mean, I guess they didn't really. It's still up to interpretation. And if you really want to, you can go full death of the author and be like, oh, Gooseworks literally confirming it on Twitter, that wasn't in the story, so I don't need to accept it. Not that I don't need to accept it, but I don't need to view it as canon. But yeah, I guess like Jax never turns to the screen and is like, by the way, I am transgender. I don't think Rousey will either, but yeah, we'll see. Hello on the plow. Ezra's romantic had a lot of crushes, yeah. Dorky little guy. That wasn't funny, Jamal. That was heartbreaking. That made me cry, man. Stop. Ooh, that's interesting, Revolver. Nobody cares. That's not true. That's not true. I care about Digital Circus. I don't care. One Shot's a great game. Anyone who claims that Digital Circus was like a letdown or that it wasn't worth it, and everyone's like making fun of Gooseworks, is like, shut up, man. It was good. I liked it a lot. I don't care. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. God. I'm gonna pull up the frickin'... I'm gonna, like, torture myself right now. No, wait. Not Undertale. Hold on. Yeah, it's true, Jamal. I hated... I can't believe you guys. We're not here to be on a hate train. We're here to talk about how good deltarune is, so... I'm gonna read out this dialogue just to... Why am I doing this? I don't really get it, but being together was fun. Let's play again soon. Thank you for watching my dream. I wanted to have courage and fight to protect what I loved. Was I brave? You'll say I was brave, right? Thanks for watching my dream. I wanted to move, to feel, to know love in my limbs. But even if it ends, love will always continue. Thank you for watching our dream. Green wanted to be a chef and know the flavor of many foods. Thank you for watching their dream. While I still could, I wanted to know everything. Of course, in the end, I couldn't really be the genius I wanted, but... I still like to think I learned a whole lot. Thank you for watching my dream. Sounds silly now, but I just wanted to be a cowboy. Was that a good one, Blue? Thanks for watching my dream.
There's enough needless nonsense.
Again, it's no easy feat that this song and this scene, is the definitive moment in Deltarune that made me cry the most. Like, come on, man. It's... I'm sighing in exhaustion and also just complete heartbreak over this scene, man. It's so sad. Dream Watchers. Yeah. 5 is... Oh, this chapter's so good. I love this game. Right, Revolver? Ah, oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, basically, I think what Andrew was saying, and there's a lot of really cool posts about this. They were saying, like, something that was just so hard-hitting about the Souls is that, like, most people, including me, when I wrote my 6 human souls story, I wrote each soul as basically the embodiment of their virtue. My patient soul was very patient. My bravery soul was very brave, etc., etc. One of the things that makes the flowers such interesting characters is that they to varying degrees they strive to embody their virtue, but they struggle with it. They struggle with it a lot. Aqua is the weird example because she's not patient at all, but like Seth tries to persevere, but you know runs into issues where their plans fail. Yellow tries to be justice, but has to deal with like the conflicting nature of justice and like struggling to be impartial when punishing people he loves, like Blue. Green tries to be kind, but in so doing needs to like take both sides, which clearly causes them distress. Orange obviously tries really hard to be brave despite in her eyes being weak. And it's like that's genius. Like I love that. Like it makes the flowers feel so much more real and so much more like well-rounded as characters, because it's like they clearly you know they clearly place a lot of value on these virtues and they strive to be them, but they are not the virtues. They just are people who want to embody them, and I think that's so much more interesting than like most people, including me, wrote. I'm not gonna like diss my own writing of them. I really like the concepts I came up with, but it's like that's a very nuanced take on the human souls as characters, and it's like, oh, it's so good. And makes him feel really human, yeah. The best scene in Deltarune is in like the fun gang like defending themselves from the night and like helping each other and taking attacks for each other from the night. In chapter 4, yeah, that made me cry. Made me cry. It did. It did. Anga just doesn't even try. She doesn't. She doesn't care. And yeah, like, what was I gonna say? Spoilers for JoJo. Um, the the conclusion of the character Foo Fighters' story reminded me a lot of or I should say the flowers reminded me of Foo Fighters. No spoilers necessarily, but similar thing of like a being that wasn't meant to have intelligence, being granted intelligence, living a life, and then passing on and going back to having no consciousness. It's sad, man. Mansion basement? Aqua didn't care. Also, hello, Lightner's Live, by the way. Yeah, and I guess if I'm going to do something that I was thinking about that I think is very stupid, ranking the ranking the flowers based on how soul crushing their going back to being flowers dialogue is. Aqua's, I think, honestly, that one might have made me cry the most just because it was just painful seeing a character like so full of life, full of energy as Aqua just go back to being just like an unmoving, like unthinking flower. Orange I didn't think was too sad until someone was like, do you think this is what the Orange Soul said to Asgore and Undertale before she died? And I was like, fuck, you can't do that to me. I already talked about how like goated Blue's dialogue is and how beautiful it is. Green's, I think when I was playing the chapter initially, Green was the one that destroyed me the most, because it's like the fact the narrator has to tell us this because Green doesn't talk, and just like the extremely simple wish that they had, just wanting to be a chef. I like the theory that the flowers learned what it meant to be human and just like came up with their dreams because they listened to the TV that was in the room. Green listened to the cooking shows. um Seth was the one that made Andrew cry the most, because he was like something, the trope of like the character that had the lofty dreams and couldn't really achieve them, but still found like the happiness they wanted, like always gets to him. It's like, yeah. And then yeah, yellow. I mean yellow asking blue for blues, like what blue was I a good one? Was I a good cowboy? Like, come on, man. Can't do this to me. Yeah. Best scene in the chapter, perhaps. It's so good. And yeah, it's a microcosm of how the game will probably end, of us having to say goodbye to the characters, and I'm gonna cry. And I think Cookie had the very nice sentiment of like, she was like, every time a piece of media would try to say like, oh, smile because it happened, it always kind of rang hollow to me, because I was like, well, how can I be grateful that like these good things happen when like all these bad things happen in life too, and the good times are always fleeting. And she was like, this chapter was the first piece of media to make me think like maybe that is true, maybe it is worth it. Like, again, Blue's line about love continuing, like, isn't it good that it happened at all? Like, it doesn't matter if the flowers spent 99% of their life not being alive, not having consciousness. It doesn't matter if they only were conscious for a few hours and then went back to no consciousness. It was worth it just to experience what they were able to experience. It's really good, man. It's really good. Hello, Mr. Bobar. Oh yeah, I couldn't like I like, in order to make them available in Russia and Belarus, I needed to like mute the audio when I was like talking about like an animatic I wrote. I might just like download the VOD of that just so I have a record of it and then mute it so people can watch it. Sorry I didn't get around to it until now. Aqua isn't patient in the traditional way. She's very observant of people. That's true. Blue really is so good. Yeah. God. I love this game. So yeah, this song, highest rated song in the chapter so far. Very much deserving of it. And then Flowery's dialogue. I'm not gonna read all this, but Flowers of Dreams too. The darkness let us fantasize a higher form of consciousness. Dreams of dreams. It's time this capricious reverie came to an end. Chris, time is waiting for you. This dream was always set to end. Even if we defeated you, we knew that flowers left in darkness would perish. But if we could give Asgore a glimpse of a perfect world, make up for everything he had done for us, for all, you weren't supposed to live more than a single day. What are you waiting around for? You said goodbye. That means goodbye. You had her nostalgia. It's time to move on. Andrew was saying like the way his brain works, like when something's sad, he'll try to hold it in, and then it'll always be something small and kind of minor that just breaks him and makes him cry. And he was saying like the the door leading to the dark. I didn't even notice this because I was so fucking tired. But the door leading to the dark fountain after the Dreamwatcher scene, having the same inscriptions as like the door to the ruins in Undertale, that was what finally broke him. I was like, no, it's so good. Closing the book in Undertale, man. Yeah, so good. When are you? I'm working on it, man. So yeah, I love this song. The Ruins Arch, yeah, come on, man. I love UTDR. It's so good. Oh, oh God! Thank you, Toby. Thank you, Toby. I don't know what I'm gonna do once this game is over, man. Oh, we're gonna laugh. We're gonna cry. Yeah. Okay, it's like 2 a.m. Almost 2:30. God damn it! How long have I been streaming? 3 hours. I want to keep going. We still haven't gotten to some of the best songs in the soundtrack. Kind of dancing around them. Let me see what's coming up. Ooh, okay, we got some good stuff coming up, though. Of course, Garden is the very end. Why wouldn't it be? I'll listen to a few more, and by a few more, I mean a million. What are you talking about, Minkus? I'm upset that has made me cry so far. Yeah, I used to like have a really hard time crying, just in general, and with media. I think it's gotten easier for me to cry at things, which I am glad about. Yeah, it is surprising how we're 5 chapters in Deltarune, and it's only made me cry twice. Undertale's made me cry a billion times just thinking about the songs and stuff. I mean, I'm sure Deltarune's made me cry just listening to the music and everything, but actually playing the game and such, only 2 times so far. But I mean, chapter 6 and 7 are gonna like kick me in the balls. Yeah, no, the piano, chapter 4 piano songs. Oh, it's so good. I will play Night in the Woods eventually. Die Anywhere Else literally changed my life. It's one of my favorite songs of all time, but I never beat the game. Okay, man. Is this a Toby Fox thing? Mansion, basement, find it. Shut up, cool meal person. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. This does sound like a Deltarune like gag song. No, it's true. I don't have energy to listen to this, but look up Model Land. It's really good. Okay, goodbye. This is like okay. Not in great tier. Hold on, go back. Not in abysmal dog shit either. Bromide. And here we go. Is it better than Dream Watchers? Fuck, I don't know. And with this, the adventure begins to draw to a close. The flowers all band together to stop you. The absolutely gorgeous backgrounds. The hype Mega Man style sound font. The banger inclusion of the Don't Forget leitmotif. As I said, we're sending off the classic Deltarune fun adventures that have been a staple in our lives for 8 years. And what a way to go out. I don't know, I can't find this dialogue. I'm trying to find Blue's dialogue. Yeah, I can't fucking find the dialogue. Hold on. For it. Hey, what up? As long as you believe, love will make up. Where is this dialogue, man? But if you touch Blue's flower, justice will have it. What, dude? No. Oh, come. I didn't hallucinate this dialogue, did I? Go faster. Yeah, I love Sunset of Seven Suns, but it is very different from the piano sketch we got. Mega Man X Guitar, exact. Mega Man X Guitar, true. Rapture him. Yeah, finale with Sunset of Seven Suns goes so hard. When all the flowers come back, man, it's gonna be so awesome. I'm trying to find the dialogue where Blue is saying like, "Oh, we don't like, we will oppose you, but not out of hatred, but out of love." Okay, yeah, here it is. Let me like play the song again.
Who are we if it doesn't mean helping each other?
Okay. Enemies, friends, what are they but roles? Chris, Susie, Rousey, flowers are messengers of love. Even if we anger, the seven of us can never hate you. But where we find division is our love, our dreams. Chris, Susie, Rousey, if you go any further, all of us will do our best to halt you. Not in hatred, but as a contest of our love. So an interesting post someone shared was they were saying this consecutive 3-track run is the best consecutive 3-track run in all of Undertale and Deltarune. Cutie Mimi Magic Running Sky Flower Man. And me and John Smith were debating that, and we're like, it is really good. Like, the thing about Toby is that, like, he usually sandwiches, like, okay songs in between the really good ones, like Hopes and Dreams, Burn in Despair. Hold on a sec. I'm definitely covering this song. But yeah. Hopes and Dreams, Burn in Despair, Save the World. 2 of those songs are great. 1 of them is just okay. You're like, hello? Hello? Are we back? Are we back? Alright, sorry about that. My internet died. Jamal, I'm reading your message. Fuck off. Chapter 5 is so good. I agree. The haters and the naysayers will never understand. But anyway, what I was saying was like, okay, 3-track run of Cutie Mew Mew Magic, Running Sky, Flower Man is extremely good. Other consecutive 3-track runs in Undertale and Deltarune that I think rival it. In Undertale, my picks were Undertale, Song That Might Play When You Fight Sans, the choice. With Song That Might Play When You Fight Sans, honestly the weakest out of the 3 in my opinion. Your Best Nightmare finale and an ending, which I think does beat Cutie Mew Mew Magic, Running Sky, and Flower Man just in terms of the sheer roller coaster of emotions it puts you through. And then Fallen Down Reprise, Don't Give Up, Hopes and Dreams. Bring It In Guys, or Respite, Bring It In Guys, Last Goodbye, or Last Goodbye, But the Other Refuse to Die, Battle Against a True Hero. Those are my picks for the best 3-track like runs in Undertale. And then Deltarune, finale is so fucking good. It is, oh my god, it's so good. Then for Deltarune, my choices were for chapter 1, kind of cheating. I chose Town Called Hometown, You Can Always Come Home, Don't Forget. Or You Can Always Come Home, Don't Forget Before the Story. I feel like that's cheating because of how incredible all those songs are and how those are like multi-chapter songs. But yeah, in terms of just emotion, though, this sequence of songs fucking annihilates me. 7, shut up! I also decided to choose what's the worst 3-track run, and I mean, that's my worst for chapter 5. No, you're right, Mangoes. It is pure fucking hype moments and aura. It's so good. Best 3 consecutive tracks in chapter 2 for me is Lost Girl, Ferris Wheel, Attack of the Killer Queen. All absolute bangers. Chapter 3 was TV time. It was TV World, TV Time, Hall of Fame. Honorable mention goes to Sword, Northern Light, and Glacier. And then chapter 4 had several contenders. Hammer of Justice, 12 a.m. Second Sanctuary. Hammer of Justice, 12 a.m. Second Sanctuary. 13 a.m. Third Sanctuary, Dark Place. Guardian, Need a Hand, The Place Where It Rained. All really good stuff. Those are my picks for like consecutive tracks that can rival that. In terms of the worst 3-track consecutive 3 tracks in Undertale is probably Uwaso Holiday, Dog Base, and Mysterious Place. All ranging from I don't really care to I hate this song. My hatred of Mysterious Place is like legendary at this point. Worst 3 tracks in chapter 1? I don't know. Can't really think of any. Fanfare from Rose of no, because Lantern's really good. Fuck. I don't know. Is there a bad the door, Cliffs, and the Chase? I guess it's like serviceable. I instantly knew Jamal. Chapter 4, Another Day in Hometown, Friends and Castle Fun. Yeah, that's a good choice. I agree with that. Cliffs, Weird Birds. Let me see. No, because Weird Birds shows up later. Cool and Real Person, we are not ranking songs right now. We're talking about consecutive songs in the Deltarune Undertale soundtrack. That's fair, Revolver. No, I get you, Sparrow. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, an underrated good 3 tracks is either Dreamwatchers, Weak Flowers, and Walking Home, or Weak Flowers, Walking Home, Field Hopes and Dreams credits version. That's another really good one. Yeah, worst in chapter 2. I mean, it's almost to the guy's cool beat. When I get mad, I dance like this. 50 seconds of no emotion whatsoever. That is John Smith's most hated section of any Undertale Deltarune soundtrack ever. Unsurprisingly. I guess the worst for chapter 3 is Quiz, Dig to the Center of the Earth, and Pushing Buddies. I guess honorable mention to South of the Border, Raft Ride South of the Border, and Soundcheck. I mean, it's fine. Chapter 4, I was like, does chapter 4 have a bad, like, 3 consecutive tracks at all? I don't really think so. No, I really can't. I can't think of any. They're all really good. The closest I can think of is Gingerbread House, Distance Between 2 and C, but C is nicely atmospheric and Distance Between 2 is really good. So chapter 4 is just too goated. A black hole of joy? The DJ trio would even die in a hole. Oh my god. I already told you what's going on. And then worst, I mean. So yeah, that was a fun thought exercise that I did with John Smith that was related to Running Sky. They're a music theme trio. They should have way more exactly. They're frauds. They're frauds. But it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, Running Sky. Is it better than Dream Watchers? I think on a different day. A day where I'm less emotional about these stupid flowers, I would say Running Sky is better, but I'm gonna leave it there for now. Yeah, I know. I like Sweet and Cap'n Cakes as characters a lot. I like them a lot. And Cyber Battle is a good song. It's just Mini Studio is like the worst, is like up there with like the most boring Deltarune songs ever made. Or the worst 5, impossible. Okay, it is like probably past 2:30 a.m. I really should sleep soon. We're gonna do a couple more songs. Underrated gem, in my opinion. I really like this one. Green theme, by the way. This is Green's theme. I don't know what the title means. What does Zukon mean? Yeah, underrated song. As far as silly bonus songs at the end go, this song is a nicer, more thematic closer than Birdly Rejected Concept or Concert for You. It is a nice send-off to Flowery, honestly. No. We already conquered you, demon. If only Pink didn't steal all the shop sprites from Ram, Gerson, and Green, true. Greedy Pink who hoards all the shop sprites. Okay. We have 3, 6, 9, 12. Ah. We have 14 songs left, and my 4 favorite songs happen to be among those 4, which is kind of crazy. My 5 favorite songs, I would say, happen to be among those 14, which is a wild coincidence. I think I'm too tired to really rank these and really talk about how good they are. So I might just end the stream here. We're leaving off on inappropriate recycling, which is good, but I don't feel like ranking right now. Oh man, this is a lot of fun. Again, I have not streamed since the new chapter came out. I've just been really busy with shit, but I gotta stream more. This is really fun. Again, you guys are you guys are hilarious. I love you guys. Hopefully I can stream the rest soon. I imagine next stream will have less songs to rank, but they I'll probably have more to say about them and I'll have more energy to talk about them. So not sure how long it'll be, and then if I still feel like streaming afterwards, I can just like play any manner of games or talk about any manner of things. So yeah, I mean I would love to stream tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. Trying to think of like other things to say to close out here. Oh, guess what? Yeah, send it to me, or like send it in chat or something. Kind of field guide. Green. I missed these. Yeah, same. Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it. Guy with revolver, appreciate you showing up. No problem. Don't recommend challenge 3 a.m. Hold on. Before you guys leave, let me see. Where is the okay. Where is the Gaster Thrag art? You better send it quick, Mangoes. I think everyone's leaving. I know you. I think it's like starred in the. No, okay, I found it. Let me open this. Let me turn off my display capture real quick. Oh, you got it. Okay. Hold on. Hurry up. Yeah, this is peak. Hold on. Yeah, so this was in response to the the friend lore, and I posted like a drawing someone did of this because it's like the whole like invincible Thrag like Viltrumites thing. Someone did this with Gaster and the friends, but Mango's like, I'm just gonna do it but better. And yeah, I really like how this turned out. I didn't notice Carol and the ficus liquor at the bottom. That's incredible. The onion pelt. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I have a message. Go ahead. But yeah, Mangoes is goated. Very good artist. Carol is there for moral support. Carol X ficus liquor. True. We're not ready for that. Okay. Carrot. Horse race test. Oh man. Okay. It is 2:50 a.m. Hello, Puchiras Kolnikov. But yes. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in, but I'm literally about to end the stream. So again, as I said, thank you guys so much for coming out. I gotta do this more. Hopefully I can stream piano soon too. I got a lot of songs to play. But yeah, covers, streams, replaying the chapter, tier list, all the good stuff. And we'll see you all in the next one.